means.
Oh, look at the Riley.
He's so trimmed. It's short, itchy.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's episode of Wishful Mockery. A show where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
No, Riley, that's whose line is it anyway?
Oh, oops. Welcome to the show where my dad does stupid voices and people laugh.
That'll do.
Okay, bye.
That's getting clipped.
Boy, well
That's
done.
100%
Well
getting
done.
clipped.
That has to happen every week.
Yeah, that is the new opener, Perry.
What, Riley?
Yes.
Mhm.
If the opener is not what Riley, we don't want D&D.
That's fine.
No,
He just-
don't listen.
No,
to him.
no, don't
We
put
still
words
want
in our
D&D.
mouth.
Put cake in people's mouths. So yes, we are back. We are. Got a bunch of hair in my mouth now.
We're back after this week.
I'm choking to death. Yeah, had a week off. Because I don't even know why. Actually, I can't remember. But we had some things.
charity thing.
That was it. He was doing the singing crap and stuff. Sorry, him. For him, it's more like.
Discord
Yeah,
didn't
can't
even pick
confirm.
it up.
Josh goes
No, I
very
know.
hot.
That's why. Because you're ultrasonic. Riley looked.
Fuck you. They got the
Look 'em up,
deepest
Josh.
voice out of all of us. I think I might have the deepest range out of all of us. I can hit a bottom
probably
G.
do.
Definitely do not.
I can hit a bottom G, Perry.
I don't know what that means, but well done.
An incredibly
Hey.
deep note.
I mean, so can I when she wears them.
Harry probably has the biggest range, but Josh can probably hit the lower part.
Ryan, that's my sister-in-law. Please no.
I did not name names. I just said she. There may be other she's.
Ryan, I'm surprised you even pulled Claire. There's no
Someone
chance you're
clip
pulling
that and send it to her.
her. Oh, that's getting clipped and sent to her as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Right, I'll
Good.
push that.
I think Ryan is getting divorced.
Ryan was in the
married.
doghouse, and now Ryan is back in the doghouse.
You
Oh,
still at the
I wondered.
doghouse from throwing up at the wedding?
No.
He got
No.
out of that
I got
after
out of
about
that
3 weeks.
Well, then back
Ooh,
in.
took a while.
Yeah. Rough 3 weeks.
And then the moment anyone mentions cider, he's back in. Like you can literally go cider, and he will be back in the doghouse.
I didn't actually give you cider that night, so
No one gave me cider that night.
I
It
was
all
going to.
beer and shots.
Yeah, it's a lot of
And
drinking.
wine.
Anyway, yeah. So while we're back on it, so we've got this week's session. Unfortunately, Jack Sarkin is not here next week. He's in Portsmouth,
Sad.
of all places. Sorry, anyone from Portsmouth. It is a nice place. Performed there once.
No, it's not.
And
Did a pat test there, everything failed.
they suck.
They
So
actually fucking suck.
we probably won't do main campaign that week. If we are going to record something, it will probably be either Layers of Atharis. I would say Drakenheim, but I don't want to rage on camera.
You
so
need all four of you, otherwise, not a
yeah.
chance.
I mean, we barely survived with 4 of us anyway. So
We
That's
didn't.
only because
I-
we didn't.
I'm
yeah,
the
we
only one
didn't.
who
There was
survived.
many deaths.
I'm the only one who hasn't died.
For anybody that hasn't done it, Drakenheim is a horrible campaign. Do not do it with characters that you like.
Expect every
Wait.
character to die in the first round of combat.
Have
or
backups.
just be smart.
No.
We were smart.
Oh,
The dice
No,
were
he
D&D
was.
players.
You were not smart.
D&D
Ryan-
players.
To clarify, Ryan lost 2 characters in 1 session.
You decided to fight a troll at the very end when you're all weak.
I was
There
trying
was
to
no
run.
other way around it.
Did anything? It fought us.
Yeah.
We tried
I
to
didn't even
run.
try to fight it. It yoinked me out of a tunnel and ate me.
I blame DM.
They have a
Yeah.
cave troll. Fuck.
Oh shit.
They have a cave troll. Oh, they have a sewer troll.
It's worse. It's my mother.
Thanks.
So yeah, we'll go into this one. I have a very quick announcement. So obviously the maps and stuff I do get off of online. I get them off of 2-minute tabletop maps. They are
Fair enough.
very, very good. Any of the ones that I get sort of like that I just type in things on Google. If anybody by chance happens to watch the video and it's your map, you've created it, please email us. Because I will then don't move commoner, I swear to Jesus.
I meant to move the map, not commoner. I wasn't paying attention to where I was clicking.
If it is yours and I have used it when I shouldn't have, let me know and I will obviously remove it and change it. But if you do want it to be used and you want a little shout out or anything, just send us your details, names, where to get stuff, what you do, all that sort of stuff. We won't want anything for it.
And the 12 digits on the front of your card, the 3 on the back, you suck.
No, it's expiry date.
Expiry
Don't need
date, thank you.
And then Josh will pay you.
Yes, absolutely.
Recompense. But yeah, I'm more than happy to give shout outs and things to anybody that does it. There will be some things probably from Chipaku at some point soon, because I will be using a couple of their maps because they're nice. Chipaku are really good. They have animated maps and everything.
Also, shout if you want me to make any maps, because I love making them.
Yeah, I'm gonna employ you at some point. Not paying you, but I'll employ you. Work for free, bitch.
Give me lore
Salary
drop
is
and I'll be like,
inspiration.
gold.
To be fair, James, your payment is in playing hours.
No, he just gives me little lore drops, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that for you. Sold.
So yeah, we'll jump into tonight and we'll get some shizzle kicked off. So roll credits.
Oh, dear Lord.
As we remember from last session,
That was a little bitch.
you guys finished burying some dead, murdered vampires, and were discussing on what needed to be done. Zadar and Swiftwing flew you all over to the ship, where you found it empty, the crystal destroyed, and nobody aboard. You shouted out for Gib a couple of times to see if he was hiding invisibly. Alas, he was not. You had a discussion on about what you wanted to do, whether you wanted to head back to Anfaran. You looked through some shipping ledgers to see if there was anything that you could do to be able to get to San Marath quicker. Because on Swiftwing, with all of you, probably would have taken you about 2 weeks, you figured. Ultimately, you then decided to have a look in the book that you found within Frailheart Manor about the hag in the local area. You looked up some stuff, found that she liked presents, little flowers and things like that. You ultimately decided that that was the course you wanted to go, to see if she would maybe help you in any way. Obviously, some of you knowing what Fey deals are like. Approach the situation cautiously. Took you about an hour to get there. On the way, you found one of the flowers, which Sarkin picked out of the ground very nicely, roots intact, and brought that along. And noticed that it had like a silvery dust on it that fell. You then also found a little, almost squirrel, rodent-like creature. Yep, called Thumbs. That had like pointy ears that kind of dipped over at the end. And as the party interacted with it, realized instead of just paws, it had thumbs. A weird detail that they latched onto, which was wonderful. It crawled up onto Jack's shoulder, and they took that in with them to Gretchethel's shack house. They went in, spoke with her. Jack played a wondrous tune. Gretchethel flirted with him slightly in a very creepy manner, and Jack was unsure how to deal with that.
His boots lit up.
His boots lit up, and he got
Oh,
some
made for what?
little inspirationiness for playing, which made the song even better. They had a conversation with her about potentially the deal that she'd made with Eliath, but obviously dealy contract. She could not, or would not, divulge any information. However, the party did pose that they make a deal with her as well, and she very plainly said, well, I never made any deals with Eliath that means that I can't, so what is it that you want? They wanted passage and potential help in any way that she can. She agreed. She offered... She went back into a little area room, which only Yuki could see into because it was shrouded in magical darkness. And she brought out a goblet. She put it on the table, and Sarkin and Jack were having a little debate on who was going to take said potential cursed item. Eventually, it was Jack that took it, and it turned out to be a little mimic. The mimic then was told to behave and be good. Sweet pea.
Sweet pea, that was it. I'm just because I just realised I meant to add a custom item and I never got round to it.
Was told to be good and to stay with them. It turned back into the goblet, and Jack put it in his coat pocket. They went to head to the teleporter, and Zadar flat out refused. There was some interactions of almost like not begging and pleading, but trying to convince with no harsh words spoken, but harsh consequences of questionings of honor and things and such.
Begging and pleading.
But ultimately, Zadar did decide to make his own way there, not accepting a Fey deal in any way. The rest of the party gave him 10 minutes to come back. He did not. So they went to teleport. At which point, Jack offered Grishethel a sip from his magical flask. And in it, she put in a drink that she obviously knows from potentially the Fey realm. It's a pink, sparkly liquid. She takes a sip and was brought back reminiscing about how she hasn't had it in so long. The party step onto the teleporter and they are whisked to broad daylight in the middle of San Marath town square, basically. At which point Yuki offers or asks to have a drink and unfortunately failed his constitution save and got rather tipsy. They then looked around very quickly, or Sarkhan looked around very quickly to find
Tavern.
an inn. Yep, tavern, that was the word. Thank you.
Thing.
You can see the
And-
brain working.
Yep, they did. And they rushed over to get into it. Sarkhan kind of pushing them both from behind to get them off the streets. That was where we ended the session. So, you guys have just walked up to the very front of this tavern. It's lit from the inside, and you can hear people talking from the inside. Above the door is a anchor, like a signpost out, a couple of chains, and then like an anchor that says in the middle the naval arms. There's a chalkboard out front with today's specials. One is leek and potato soup. The other is tuna à flons. And then it says drinks provided inside, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, warm, cold.
As we're walking up, Yuki is in no state to be reading anything, but he sees an anchor hanging from a doorway. Goes, that's a pub if it's got an anchor. That means it's a pub because you can't actually read the words, so it's the anchor. Let's go in.
Yes,
Kind of grabs the other two by the shoulders and like
let's sit
pulls them
down,
towards
maybe
it.
get some water, I think. Yes.
So, Josh,
I was just going to say, if we're going in, I would immediately approach the bar.
that's fair. I was about to ask you a question.
Oh, go ask away.
Roll a Constitution save. Ryan, do the same.
Another one?
And another.
Ooh,
No, James, not you. I didn't get you to roll 11 d20s.
17.
Same.
17.
13.
You... Did you say 13?
Yeah.
Who goes to grab the door?
I'll go because
Both
I'm
at
less...
once.
Yeah, but okay, both at once.
You both at once go to grab the door. As you both kind of reach for it, Yuki just kind of misses and just face plants into the wall next to it. And the moment Jack goes to reach for it, you immediately just... And you are sober.
What?
And it's this like wave of clarity. You kind of like help up Yuki, just open the door and just kind of
I'm
push him in.
I'm going to look at the door, hold my flask, look at the door, take a really big swig of this flask that's got this Fey nectar wine shit in it. Gonna presume that's gonna make me very pissed. No?
Tastes incredibly sweet.
I mean, it's
It's the
nice,
same
but-
stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same, exactly the same stuff. It tastes exactly as it was, but there's no hit to it.
I was kind of hoping it would get me pissed and I'd be like, touch the door, sober, drink, touch the door, sober. Do some testing, but no, apparently not.
But unfortunately, it is not the door.
The scientific method is not in wait, it's not the door.
That
Yeah.
took way too long.
It did.
Leave me be.
So you open up, you do, and you pull, you open up the door as you walk in. Who's going in first? If we could use the map.
I'd have pushed Yuki
I'll-
in as well.
Help Yuki in.
I'll bring up the rear because I would have tried the swig door trick, and then I'm like, yeah, and then walked in.
Accidentally bumps into that commoner, plonk on the table.
So as you guys walk in, when you get to about here, the door opens, everybody in there is having like really light, jovial conversations. People are laughing. There's a piano playing in the background, and it's quite upbeat music, but it doesn't drown out anything. As you walk in, there's about 3 people sat on a table that's fairly close to the door. There's 3 people sat on a larger table with a fair amount of food in front of them. They've got like tankards in their hands, and they're like cheersing and having sips. All manner of sort of like different races in here. You look behind the bar and kind of almost stooped slightly with the height of the ceiling. There is a Goliath stood behind the bar. And as you guys walk in, he notices you and he just goes, lads, we've got some more people coming in. Welcome. And everybody in the bar just goes, "Way!" Raises their like cups to you. Everybody smiles. The person playing the piano gives like a little as you guys come in. Perception check from people, please.
I'm assuming disadvantage because I'm pissed.
Oh,
Oh, 100%.
oh, dirty 20. Your dice are
24.
rolling well. Oh wow! I thought mine were rolling well.
Stick that up your pipe and smoke it.
15.
50? Yeah. You do all kind of, out of the side of your eye, notice that there's a person in the corner that
Oh shit! I never noticed that.
has a big,
I
thick book.
legitimately didn't either.
Big, thick book open in front of them, and a smaller, like, pocket book that's in their hands. And they're just working between the two, writing things in the smaller pocketbook. A pair of spectacles on his face. It doesn't even look up. But you carry on walking in, and he's like, "Go on, lads, come over to the bar. What can I get you?" And he's like cleaning a cup that in his hands is quite tiny, but is a normal sort of like pint goblet.
So
Oh,
don't have to ask me twice. I have a cold ale, and you got any peanuts?
peanuts.
Peanuts. Of any variety of nut or bar snack.
I got some salted cashews. If that's any good for
Okay.
you.
I'll do. The
All right.
nuts.
Cold ale. What about you? You two?
Yes, an ale would be lovely.
Just a mulled wine, please. Make it an ale. Make it an ale. Make it an ale.
My pause is not for what
Oh.
it is you've ordered. I can do it. It just won't come out with this lot. I've got to heat up the stove out back.
Oh yeah, no rush at all. No rush at all. As long as you're happy to do
Okay.
it. I'm being a
He
classy
slides one
bitch.
over to Yuki and it just lands perfectly in front of you. He gets another one. Slides it over to Saka and again lands perfectly in front of you. He's like,
Now
"Give me a
that
sec."
is an excellent skill.
And he kind of walks out. And you hear, "Ch-ch." Bloody hell, that's hot. And he pokes his head back round. It'll be about 5 minutes, is that all right?
No rush. No rush.
Perfect. And you wanted some nuts, yeah? Anybody else want anything snacky? You want to order some food?
I'm good, thank you.
Same,
Good for
I'm
food.
Good for food.
Good for food. All right. Okay. Bear with. And you see a hand disappear behind. It's- the music's still playing in the background. People are still chatting. Everybody's like really quite happy and jolly.
I'm going to sizle up to Mr. Musician.
He comes back round, goes over to in front of Yuki, and he's like, "There you go, mate." You don't look like the cut. Oh, where's your friend? Oh, okay, he's gone over
Fistful.
there.
Ah.
Hey,
He's
slow down. You might
Uh,
choke. I don't want you to choke on him.
Our friend is also a musician. He cannot resist.
Oh, right. Okay, well, he's going to get along well with Siegfried then. That man never shuts up about his bloody instruments. That piano's only tuned because of him.
Yes, I'm sure they'll get along swimmingly.
As long as he doesn't stop playing, because that's what I pay him for, we're all good.
Oh,
So if he
don't
doesn't
worry.
distract him, it's fine.
Is there a
Lots-
spare stool I can pull up next to him and just start playing next to him?
There is not.
Damn it!
So you guys, I haven't seen you around here, and as an innkeeper, I do tend to take note of all my patrons and people that come in. You definitely don't work at the foundries, so because you're too clean for that. I'm gonna assume adventurers, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't mean to assume on anybody.
Yes, we're adventurers new in town. We're searching for someone, but we've just come in and trying to get the lay of the land.
I mean, it's a good place to start, I suppose. Always start with the inns. It kind of seems to be most adventurers, whenever they start something, always starts in an inn
I know, don't
or a
know
pub
why, but it
or
seems
something
to...
like that. It does. But I mean, if that's what you're going to do, we've got a guy upstairs who's just come in. He's a little bit, don't quite know how to describe it. Spoopy looking, I suppose.
Oh, what?
He's a bit, he
And is
keeps
it-
himself to himself when he pays. That's all that matters. He's upstairs. I think he's an adventurer as well. He didn't really say much. He just came in. There was
Oh, okay.
4 other people following him. Weird.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he's brought Sarth back.
Ah, interesting. We'll have to have a conversation, see if there's any overlap.
I mean, good luck. He doesn't really talk to many people, but he's only been here for like... Bill, how long's the creepy git been here for? And one of the other guys on the table was like, I think about 3 weeks, maybe? No, not that long. No. You know, I lose track of days. Probably about 3, 2, 1. We'll have another round, though. All right, I'm coming. Goes back, he's pouring some more ales. He's like, right, so what are you in town then for? I don't mean to pry, but information is my specialty. I can get hold of it. But if you don't want to tell me, that's absolutely fine.
Well, we have to start somewhere, don't we? We're actually hunting a vampire, if you can believe it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, I know. You wouldn't expect it of our motley crew, would you?
You're vampire hunters.
In a sense.
In a set. Oh, shit, that one. It just overflows. Shit.
Well, whatever we're paid to be, but right now, yeah, vampire hunters.
Oh,
Once I finish my nuts, of course.
adventurers for hire then.
I'm more of a. I'd have come back over. I'm more of a musician for hire.
I'm wondering if that's a hint, and I have got one already.
No,
but
I would never intrude on a fellow musician's territory. That would be most impolite.
it would be indeed. That would be like somebody setting up another inn next door to me.
Exactly.
I'd
Never
punch
done.
their bloody lights out.
I would expect nothing less.
Siegfried won't do that though. He's an absolute pussy.
I would.
I'll be back in a
too
sec.
rude.
Hold on. Hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. And he goes over and puts the glasses down on the table for them. He's like, there you go, lads. Don't forget to pay your tab at the end of the night. You know what happens if you don't. He comes back to the bar, and the other one's like, yes, Tarlaf, no problem. We won't forget. Yes, make sure you don't. Right, anyway, sorry. I do have a job to do as well, but you do seem interested. You're a nice bunch of people. You come in, you're all smiley. You're a bit pissed, though. Jack, Constitution save? No. Ryan,
I was gonna
Constitution
say,
save.
hang on a minute, what?
Sorry, I'm getting into the characters.
Disadvantage or
Nope.
just straight roll? Okay. By the way, I still wouldn't have took my hood down.
That's fine.
This dice likes rolling 11s tonight. That's a 13 again.
You are now only slightly tipsy. All of a sudden, the whole pissness just goes, and you gain a modicum of sense.
The
again.
ale that I hadn't touched yet goes straight down my throat.
Okay. You drink it, and it tastes a bit weak. Not like it's watered down. It's just maybe not fermented for as long as it should have. Get the essence, it might be a slightly bad barrel. All right, so you're vampire hunters. Why are you in San Marath?
I think the hint in the title. we're tracking down a vampire that's planning to kill some people. Really,
Well, it's usually what they do.
I don't know. Some aren't
Usually.
too bad. Some can be friendly.
I ain't ever met a friendly vampire. I ain't ever met a vampire to begin with, so I'll have to take your word on that.
Some of them don't
Just
suck quite as badly.
Just eating a nut.
I told you, careful, you'll choke.
kind of nudges Sarkin a little bit while I do it.
Just pat Yuki on the shoulder.
He's a special one, isn't he, Sarkan? Did I
Indeed.
hear you mention there was a weirdo upstairs?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call him a weirdo. He seemed nice. He tipped.
He
He ordered some stuff. I don't think he
He
ate it, but he did order some stuff. He was quite nice with that.
doesn't have
think he
blonde
wanted to-
hair, does he?
I didn't see he's wearing a mask and a hood.
Interesting.
But it was nice enough. Man, a few words, but he seemed all right. I mean, as long as he keeps himself to himself, doesn't touch anybody inappropriately, and just keeps those 4 people in his room. I don't want to know what they're getting up to in there, because quite frankly, it's not my business. But as long as he's good enough, he's all right to stay. Speaking of which, while you're in town, are you going to need somewhere to stay?
Yes, a room would be amazing.
One room, and he kind of gives you like a little cocked eye.
I will have a room to myself, please.
Right, so
Same.
not that sort of situation. Okay, nope, sorry. Forgive me for presuming. I did not mean to.
No,
You get all sorts of bunches in town, so it just makes sense to...
I lean over. These two do normally share a room, though.
right. We shared a room once, and that was because one of us needed to stand guard.
How many inns have we stopped in?
One.
We've always shared a room, Jack.
Right, one of us needed to stand guard. Looking very flustered.
You don't need to explain yourself around me, gents. It's fine.
Just on the table, Jack and Sarkin sitting in a tree.
Whoa! Leave the music to
At
me,
which
please.
point, Tarleth just stops, like, polishing the goblet that he's in, reaches over, just grabs you by the scruff of your neck, kind of pulls you up slightly, and goes, "There a problem with that?" And looks you dead in the eye.
Oh!
I mean, people can do what they want. It's just fun because he gets embarrassed.
Well, as long as we're doing it to take the piss out of each other, that's absolutely fine. But if my husband heard you say something like that, he'd kick the shit out of you, so...
I love how you made
Who is
the bartender gay Goliath.
What's your husband's name?
It would have been better if he was a bear folk.
Gunfar.
Oh, that sounds like the name of the top to me.
That's funny. Did you really make it Gunfar?
No, I didn't. I want to see if Brian would be like, "I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?"
That's now canon.
Yeah.
Gunfar's got married. He's settled down.
Here's the thing. Gunfar, we only
See,
saw
it's
Gunfar
going in the
fact
notes.
Zathara,
It's
but
canon.
Gunfar could have just been trying to sleep with anything that was attractive.
Anything that's strong.
Yeah. Oh, Gunfar doesn't
Nice.
care your gender. Gunfar cares about your muscles.
Yes, and wants to dominate. Like an
James
apex predator.
Perch is not in at the moment.
Well, as we've just arrived in the city, I think have
Oh,
a bit of
Your
a
wine.
rest.
Hold on. Wait. Sorry. 2 seconds. And he kind of runs back round and he just goes, all you hear is, "Oh, shit, shit, shit." Does it, like, you can hear, like, tss, tss, tss. And you just kind of assume that it's boiled over slightly. Ah, fuck, that's hot. Jesus. Who doesn't
Well,
exist?
While
That's
he's round the
glorious.
back,
Fuck it.
while he's round the back, I'll turn to Jack and go. So, what exactly is the plan now that we're here?
Didn't think that far ahead, to be completely honest with you.
No,
None of us did we?
no.
He
Shit.
comes back round. Right, sorry. Usually this would be in a wine glass, but if I give this to you in a wine glass, the wine glass is going to turn back into a bit where they form it again because it's so fucking hot. So it's in a goblet, and I would not drink it yet. I would let it cool for a little bit.
Did you hurt
Is it down in
yourself
front of
doing
you?
that, or?
No, it's fine. And you can see he's got like a towel wrapped around his hand.
And I just kind of nudged Sarkhan, like, could you?
Do you mind if I could have a look?
He's a doctor.
Oh, well, I mean, you can. It's a slight like burn. And he pulls it off, and it's basically like over like that part of his hand and that finger. Pretty much has like second/third degree burns.
I just go and touch it and cast Cure Wound. For 12 points of healing.
12 points of healing, nice. So you cast it, and it just, and they all kind of. Now that all that's there is like the discoloration of after a burn has healed. That's literally all that's there. It's like, bloody hell. So your adventurers and your magic users, that's nice.
And I'll go over to the just hand prestidigitation just to chill the mulled wine a bit, cool it down so it's a drinkable temperature.
So
I'd kind of
you could
tip-
see like steam just like raising off of it. He prestidigitations it, and it just.
That should be a bit more palatable for you, Jack.
I just kind of nod, raise the glass to him, and then take a nice sip.
Maybe you
You
will get
just-
on with the bloke upstairs. I think he does magic as well. I've heard him like doing incantations and speaking random words. I think they're words anyway. I'm not entirely sure. But where are my manners? My name's Tarlaf. If you need to spell it for any reason, Tarlaf. I don't know how many are at the end, but there's a number of F's at the end. Most people say it should be 2 because that's like the obvious version. I don't like 2. I like being a bit more out there. So sometimes I put 4. Sometimes I put 5. One time I signed a check for the bank and I put 19.
I mean, it's for the bank. You want to make it as awkward as possible for them.
Oh, yeah, they took like half the money anyway.
Oh,
Oh, what a bunch of bankers.
That was 19 F's too little.
I feel like it was. I mean, if you want to go meet him, I think he's upstairs at the moment. I'm not going to tell you the room because that would be a breach of GDPR, and we don't do that here.
Fuck off,
So-
Harry.
I mean, if you want to, he usually. What time is it? It's about 2:00. He usually comes down sometime soon. Goes off for a little walk around. I think he's like looking for something. I don't know.
Is
Haven't really
he-
asked. He doesn't
Is he
say
not
much.
really a day person? Is he more of a night owl?
My husband does the night shift, and he has said that he sees him go in and out a bit more, and that's when he's a bit more sprightly.
Yes, we'll.
I don't know if he's just an old man that likes walking around in the night.
I just look at Sarkhan and cock an eyebrow like,
I think it's definitely worth having a chat.
hmm.
I'm sure we'll get on swimmingly.
Well, I mean, if he kind of looks around, leans in slightly. Room 4B. I didn't tell you that. I said nothing.
Didn't tell us what. I heard nothing.
Didn't tell us what. I
Exactly.
didn't hear anything.
Siegfried, play louder!
Did you hear his name? Where were you when he said that?
I went over and spoke to him.
Did I miss that? Did I sleep through that roleplay?
There was no roleplay. I'm just going to presume I had a little conversation musician to musician.
No.
Fuck.
No.
Wow, that was excellent.
We didn't do it.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Fuck.
Well done. That was an excellent guess. That is actually his name. Well done.
He looked like a
He's
Siegfried.
psychic or something.
No, it's actually it's a little bit funny. It's on his guitar case and also on the tag that's sticking out the back of his shirt.
Goliath kind of looks around and is like, that fucking man. I swear to God.
Hey,
I mean,
he's engrossed in the music. I wouldn't have wanted to interrupt him. You know.
he does do well, so that's fine. I mean, we're not busy in here at the moment, so he just does his usual day-to-day stuff. He has a break. Doesn't really sleep much, to be honest. He's kind of a little bit. He's here all the fucking time, basically. Grinds my gears a little bit, but he does good stuff. He'll have a little break in a minute, and then when the shift change happens over at the factories, that's when we'll get a little bit busy. So if you do want a room, I would highly recommend you get one now. just so you've got it.
How much is a
Or
room?
rooms. 50 silver a night.
I will.
It's a 4-poster bed, double. You
I
get
mean,
an
that's
ensuite
pretty
in
good.
it.
I'd hand him over 2 gold and go. Can I have one for 4 nights, please?
Certainly can. Thank you very much.
I'll
Name
hand over my gold as well.
Jack of Tails.
Jack of He kind of looks around to your ass.
Tales, storyteller.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Common misconception. You might have heard of some of my stories, but probably not, so that's fine.
Who knows? Maybe you'll have to regale me with one later.
I mean, one does involve giants.
Now that I would be interested in.
I've just realised what that story is. Oh no!
Yeah.
Room A11.
A11, thank you very much.
He hands you a key.
Hand over my money. Sarkin?
Are you 4 nights as well?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Is that, how do we spell that?
Saarkhan.
Oh, H. I wouldn't have thought there was a H in that.
Yes.
Sure you don't want me to add a couple of Fs?
How about a couple of extra N's on the end?
Well, I
Just
could
for
do that.
flair.
I could do that. You got 4 N's at the end of your name now.
Terry, every time we come back into here and we go redo the map, you just need to change the number of Fs on his name.
No, not that one. That was actually occupied. I don't know why I still have that key. I probably shouldn't. Huh? A3.
A3, thank you very much.
And you, good sir? Right, another constitution save.
Hand in my coin pouch. How much was this ale?
I'll put it on your room tabs. We'll set it up at the end of the 4 days.
Okay, yeah. I'd hand him the 2 gold.
Thank you.
Con save. Oh, I got 1 higher this time. 14.
14. You are now sober.
Oh,
Did you have fun while it lasted, Yuki?
yeah. I mean, I wish I wasn't sober, but fine.
Just like
That's my
Jack.
line.
Just like Jack, the sensation just
Oh.
away from you.
I'll be back in a second.
All right. You are going to be in room B1. It's the closest.
Oh, lovely.
Don't know why A1's not the closest. We really need to sort out the numbering process of them.
That would make more sense.
It would, wouldn't it? I think.
Yeah.
It's my husband that decided it anyway. I think he might have been drunk at the time. I can't really remember. Probably
I
was.
respect his decision.
Who was that other key you had that was already occupied, but you still had the key?
Oh, no. He kind of looks over to his right, just sort of like towards the stairs. That was for a certain person that we have staying here at the moment. I think the key that I've got down here is a spare, because he should have the actual one. That would be Councilman Hildrath Do'Urdath.
Say
on
that
the,
again, one more time. Above board. For the
Hildrath
notes. Hildrath.
Do, D-O, apostrophe,
No.
Ordath.
I know what chopsticks are. What the fuck are these?
That's the special case chopsticks. You slide one into the other and then it auto pinches.
No, thank you.
Haha! They thought you were special.
Joke's on you, because I have 2 sets of normal chopsticks. They just thought I
did
was
you not-
fat.
So, did you not need my name for this room? No?
I'll take it. What is it?
Yuki Manzo.
All right. What's your real name?
Yuki Manzo.
It is. Can confirm.
You're not related to the Manzo governors, are you?
Oh,
No.
hang
I
on,
wasn't
hang on,
aware
hang
that was such a common surname.
I mean,
Or at least I don't think so.
Yuki, where was it? You said you could be. Did you have any family when what happened happened?
Well, I had a sister. And obviously a dad. And a mom.
Well, I'd hope you had a dad and a mum. Otherwise,
Dad,
this would be
dad
very
died
awkward.
though.
I mean, there is a chance you could be related.
Nah, I doubt it.
Yeah, same.
Kind of squints. This is an interesting turn of events. I'd like a little conversation with you all if you when you come back down. But if you want to go meet the other dude upstairs, down the hall ahead of you, take a right. It should be the door at the end. But do come back down.
Certainly.
He kind of
But,
gingerly sort of turns around.
I'm gonna whisper to Sarkhan, I'm going out the window.
We have no leads. Maybe following a lead would be a good idea. No matter how tenuous. But if related to the governors and the leaders of the city, it would be the best place to get information.
Josh, you're muted.
It looks like you've given him a Christmas hat from this angle.
Kind of does.
You're welcome.
So, shall we go and meet this, spoopy fellow?
Let's. I have a. Well, I turn to Sark and I go, gold that he's actually a vampire?
I don't think so. I'll take you on that.
That's fair. I mean, with our luck recently, I'm surprised the bartender isn't a vampire.
As you're walking away saying that, he just kind of turns and just goes. He's just got flat teeth.
Exactly. It's been a blessing, honestly. We've had a rough week.
He just kind of waves you upstairs.
Just look impressed that Goliath has all his teeth.
Do you say that?
Yeah, in a jovial manner.
He just smiles at you.
Well, Yuki, have you finished your nuts?
I've still got the bowl in my hand.
You can take it with you. It's all right.
Let's go. Do.
So you head upstairs and you walk up, and there's it's just a kind of carpeted wooden flooring, candles on sconces. Is it sconces? Sconces. Yeah,
Answered.
sconces on the side, in all sorts of different kind of antlers that hold all the wax in them. They dot around the hallway, and you follow it all the way down to the end. You turn right, and you see the room that you were told.
Go up, give it a knock.
You're muted.
Can't hear you.
Can I help you?
Yes, hello. We were pointed to your direction. You fellow adventurer. Just wondered if you'd heard any goings on around these parts. Because we're new in town, you see.
I wouldn't call myself an adventurer. That's for certain, but I'm not really an information broker.
Shame. How long have you been in town?
Sorry, I just had a thought of you going, shame. Good day. Just leaving.
Bye!
Carry on. Back to we could go.
You don't quite hear an answer, but you hear like a scruff of a chair before, as the door opens and there's 6 men in the room.
Is one of them a Minotaur?
There are 6 humanoids. in the room.
Is one of them a Minotaur? What have you done
No,
with the body?
Josh,
Was
Josh,
one of
they're
them
all-
a Minotaur?
They're all Celestials.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother Jack. They could be actual dead bodies. He wouldn't give a shit.
And what's it to you how long I've been here?
Oh, sorry. Apologies. Yes, we'd come in town. We're on a time-sensitive mission, so we're just trying to hunt down a
A lead.
evil person as fast as possible. So any leads we could get would be amazing.
James,
Oh,
does Sark
just-
have his badge
It
from
would
Zadar
still
out?
be just under the. Well, it'd be the bit that holds his cape still.
So it'd
Jack,
be visible.
there's no check needed for that. You would see that quite visibly. You'd clock it kind of after you finish that sentence.
Ah, are you here on the Lord General's missions as well?
Somewhat of a some mission, I would say. I always am.
Just to interrupt, sorry. Look at the fucking size of this bit of pork.
Jesus,
Damn.
That's the whole pork chop.
it's a pig. Did it squeak? Whee!
Well, considering the size, I'm not shocked it went all down in one. It even looked like he chewed.
Shut up.
No, it didn't actually.
Shut up. It's so soft it doesn't need to be chewed. It just falls apart.
Well,
Wagamummies,
you
please
really
sponsor
gotta
us.
swallow it.
Both.
Well, if you're working for the Lord General as well, maybe we could pull information and resources.
Last group I worked with were a little strange, but they did a good
We're not
job.
I guarantee we're
your
weird.
ordinary band.
I mean, I don't think ordinary describes us, Zarkan. Sorry to rain on that parade.
I mean, where would the fun be if we weren't just a bunch of psychotic weirdos?
Whoa! You're psychotic. He's a weirdo.
I'm not
I'm just a
psychotic.
bard.
You're both,
I am
Jack.
not psychotic.
Well, when you want to be, we can all be a little bit psychotic.
You certainly argue as much as the last group.
Gonna be while I'm saying that, lighting up a cigarette, offer one off to the mysterious man whose name we don't know.
Who has a mask? So just holds his hand up.
I can't
Put it
remember.
through
Could
the
we see his
mouth slits.
eyes?
No.
Imagine it like a Sith mask, the old Sith masks.
Thank you.
That kind of style, but not necessarily exactly like that.
Because we don't want Disney to sue us.
That's not
Uh,
Disney.
James, you described it to me as like the dragon masks.
Where the fuck is?
They would have
oh,
eyes. They had eye holes though.
Yeah, but without the eye holes.
The dragon masks in Skyrim don't have eye holes,
Yeah, they do.
do they?
Sure they
No,
do.
they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Where is? There we go. There it is. Got that. Sarth.
Creepy.
Bum bum bum. And he's black, purple, and yellow attire.
Boopy.
Spoopy.
Light mask upgrade, just because Hero Forge did more stuff. So I was like, I'll make it just more than a skull. How do I change back?
Well, if you're willing, then my name is Sarka.
Yuki.
With the eyes and the teeth of being a Sar, I am also Sarth.
Ah, interesting. I wonder which. Do you belong to a particular coven?
I wouldn't say my gift was from a bloodline, more of a blessing from a god.
I just chime over. You owe me a damn gold piece.
Shut up.
Shut
I'm
up.
not quite a bloodline. It's more of a feasting of He just leans into Sarkin rather than letting the others over here flesh. Throw pulls away.
Fair enough. So you're
I would try to
definitely
hear.
not.
Perception check.
So you're definitely not part
19.
of Eliath's
You
coven?
hit.
He taps the skull, which is his pauldron. I am of Merkel.
Oh,
Wait, is it
I'm
Merkel?
Sarkin.
Merkel,
Pleasure to meet you.
It was Merkel.
Merkel, yeah.
We all know your own character better than you, man.
He hasn't played him for a while.
Merkel.
And I hand 1 gold over to Jack.
Why the gold?
Oh, we had a bet to see whether you would be a vampire or not.
But I'm
We've run
not.
into that many vampires recently that you were going to be a vampire, and I was right.
But I'm not a vampire.
Oh,
I don't
give me
even
back my
share
gold.
the blood of
No,
a
it's
vampire.
my gold.
Well, it's mine now.
And
Okay,
you owe him a gold.
Sarth, was it? Do you have fangs?
I have more than just 2 sharp teeth.
Are you a shark? Oh my god, he's a shark. You can have your gold back.
Thank you.
Wait, hoo-ha.
He pulls the hood a little away so you can see the black skin and the very pointy ears.
Oh god, he's not a shark. It's worse. He's a drow. I think I'd rather a shark.
Good to see racism still flows within humans.
I mean, hey, we can't really say that we're much much better than Drow.
Hey, I'm not from here. You can't give me that shit.
As
I
I
mean, I'm
said,
not-
we're not a
I'm
normal
not from
bunch.
now.
No, they do they often bicker?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yes.
He puts his hand on Sarkin
All the time.
sympathetically. Like you can feel the sympathy, just
Thank you.
babysitter.
Whoa. He's just as bad as the rest of us.
I take it you were the. I just look around. Responsible one in your last group, then?
I wouldn't say responsible, just more well mannered. I had to
There.
be careful of a certain particular one.
And who are these compatriots of yours behind you?
None of you are paladins or people who hate the undead? Well, obviously not your friends with a very obvious one.
I mean, as long as they're not trying to eat my brains, I don't really give a damn.
These 4,
I don't care.
he gestures to the more rusted armor ones, are celestial creatures. And he points to the 5th one. And that one, let me double check one thing. That one, oh, it's also a celestial, never mind. And that one really is.
Oh! Oh
no,
no.
Jack, it's nothing what you think.
You're using that whatever name's body.
Oh no. You think I'd be able to control that many skeletons and that bitch?
Nope.
She'd fight you even in death.
Her corpse is very mutilated.
Okay.
Very. I'm pretty sure Gunfire chopped her in half.
We merely removed body parts.
Separated is the term I'd use.
Detached. With prejudice. Oh shit, I haven't had the stream manager.
But my mission, taps his badge, it's probably differ for yours. What's brought you to this lovely industrialized land?
Well, maybe come in. Talking in the corridor seems a bit unwise.
Look around. Are we all going to fit in that room?
You look in, and it's a fairly decent sized room. There's space.
Arkin, you may enter. The others will at least have to introduce themselves first.
I already said my name's Yuki.
Did you?
You were
Oh,
listed.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm Jack. Nice to meet you. I'm the resident storyteller.
It's just a pause as he looks at you. You can see the tilt of the head.
And I'd offer him the hip flask and go, drink. It could be anything you want it to be. And I mean anything. There's currently some Fey wine in there if you want it at the moment.
You see his hand reach out. He turns around so you can't see him. Takes a nice swig of something. Hands it back.
Do you take what's in there, or
Nope.
do you think of something else?
Straight back
Think
to the
of
Fey wine.
something else.
Oh, was that to me? Oh,
Fine.
shit. Good to him.
What do you think it is?
I would be drinking the blood of a chimera.
What?
You heard me, bitch.
I know that's a problem. I'd get it back and it goes straight back to Fey wine, Perry. I'm hooked on this shit.
So, enter then. We'll have a discussion.
So you all go into his bedroom. There's a double bed, the poles and stuff with the little curtains hanging from the side. Over next to it is a bathtub. There's another door that leads off to the side, where you kind of assume where the like sort of bathroom is. There's a desk. There's a couple of bookshelves and things with sort of like suggested reading stuff on it. It says like town maps, a couple of little sort of like storybooks for kids, random sort of like little textbooks, just things to enjoy reading while you're in in the rooms. The window, Jesus, it's kind of like
It
a
doesn't
bay window,
exist.
and there's a couple of cushions and stuff set up on it. The bed is decorated quite nicely. Everything just looks sort of really well done, kind of like imagine like a Premier Inn room if Premier Inn was decent.
Whoa, Premier Inn is decent.
Wow.
It's
I
no
know
Holiday
James
Inn.
was the Premier Inn.
I prefer Premier Inn to Holiday Inn. 100%.
Nah.
Yeah.
Holiday
Also-
and breakfast are also better.
Why would
I
you...
mean, we
I'll give
have a
him that.
Holiday Inn here,
I'll
and
give
you
him
always
that.
stop in a Premier Inn, so
He's got a point.
yeah.
That's because one's much cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, why would you eat breakfast when you can go out to Mackey's and get a Mackey's breakfast?
Oh no,
Because
all you
full
can
English
eat
breakfast is so
at a
much better.
hotel. Yeah,
Especially in
all
all
you
you
can
can
eat
eat one.
breakfast at a hotel is
Not always.
Because you have the full breakfast, you have the continental, and then you have a little bit of fruit at the end.
Yep.
Say healthy.
Just like you and I did.
No, you don't get fruit with your breakfast.
You do, just
Yeah.
to cleanse the palate.
some like apple slices or some grapes afterwards.
Ooh.
Hit the spot perfectly.
The fuck is wrong with you guys? It's bacon, 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 sausage, bacon, bacon, eggs.
Heart attack.
Yes.
Sorry, Josh, we can't all be lovers of meat.
You're the biggest lover of meat here.
You know, baby.
Damn straight.
That's very Austin Powers of you.
Yeah, baby.
It's groovy, baby. Oh, that makes me feel a little bit dirty, I'm not going to lie.
Anyway, carry on. So you're all in, door closes.
Curtains are drawn. There is no light source.
I would use dancing lights just to make a soft light. Unfortunately, we can't all see in the dark.
I can.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one that can't. Shut up.
See in
So-
the dark. See the magic that dances around. What poor eyes you have.
Yeah, well, I'm not known for my eyes, I'm known for my voice.
I did see some silver in there.
You would not be far amiss. Sometimes it's mercury, though.
I'd be a bit more worried about that one. Isn't that quite poisonous?
Well, they do say a poet's words can bring hope, love, wrath, or ruin. But anyway, nice to meet you.
A pleasure. For now.
I'd actually give him a very deep, like as if it was a, you know, the type when you're sucking up to a noble at court, that depth of bow.
I don't know how the drow bow in your world, Perry, but I'd return a light one to him.
Just a kind of hand across chest.
Anyway, going back to your earlier question, we're tracking down a vampire called Elias, and we plan to kill him. But I don't know how far the news has travelled, but the capital was attacked by him, and he abducted the crown prince. And we have been sent to try and retrieve him and get rid of the blight that is alive.
We also need to save Zathara and Gib because, my god, I am not dealing with those two dying.
Yes, that would be a
Zathara is
travesty.
taken.
Oh, you know Zathara?
Yes,
I take out my book. I write to Tassara.
To who?
How are you, Zathara? I have met your. How are you? I have met your new friends.
Is this the one where she can reply in
Yes,
her head?
It is in the book. This is sending.
It appears as writing in the book.
I nodded, sorry, yeah.
You don't get anything back instantly. Takes about sort of 15 to 20 seconds. And all you get back is the word Sarth. I don't know where I am.
She's alive, if not well taken care of. I close my book.
What? How do you...
so you know Zathara?
I was aboard her ship for a little while.
So you were the previous group?
Oh, no.
Ah,
I was one of them.
Oh, does that
We
mean...
almost had a
I
few
see.
What was,
overboards.
what was that robot's name?
Isamu?
Oh, yeah, he seemed okay. He left quite quickly. Wow. This is like seeing your past you. And
Well,
I'd kind of lean in close and go, Sarkhan, I hope you age better.
What are you looking at? He's wearing a mask.
I know. Also, where did you get that mask from? It is cool. Can I take a rubbing of it? I'd like to get one drawn up.
if you touch my mask, I'm afraid that's where my friendship will end.
That is fair. You have personal boundaries. I will respect them. This is why I asked first. Do not worry.
But
So-
yes, the robot man was quite handy in killing one of the 8 with us.
Oh shit!
Oh.
You're one of the ones that killed the 8. Oh no.
Yeah, I quite have a body.
Guys, does this mean we're in danger just being near him?
It was a
If
team
you
effort.
touch his mask, then yes.
I mean, yes, but fair.
A team
Um,
effort, must like I assume you've hunted vampires if I heard through the floorboards.
We've killed a couple.
Literally 2.
4.
No, 4.
Four.
Sorry.
One
The
was,
other 2 are little ones, though.
They were
don't
still
really count.
vampire. And one of them was one of Eliath's lieutenants. And I'm pretty sure that was his wife, but I'm not sure.
So, are you asking me for help to hunt this Eliath?
Well, he is planning on murdering the entire city.
Do you want to help us get your buddy Zafara back? Or our buddy, common friend.
The friend of my
I
friend is
mean-
my friend.
She's helped me, I should probably help her back. I do have one condition, though.
What?
When we kill Eliath, I'd like his heart intact.
Oh, that's fine by me.
I mean, I'm not on the heart diet at the minute, so you guys can have that.
I was thinking more head would be detached from body personally, so that isn't going to impact anything.
An ingredient for myself. You don't have to worry.
Are you an alchemist?
Something of the sort.
Nice! We have a potion maker now as well. This is useful. You are very useful.
Not that kind of alchemist.
We have a poison maker. Arguably more useful. I
Not
will
so
say,
much gets the dead.
yeah. Win some, you lose some.
Although, Sarth, I do think you have graduated from being a creeper and have been instantly replaced. Sarkhan, sorry.
Yeah.
Sarth is the new creeper.
He was never the creeper. He was always just quiet and polite.
Sarkhan's creepy.
I
Or
just
was
get
creepy.
tainted with a
I'm
brush.
used to that now.
I'm used to it.
Mm.
Comes with the territory, doesn't it?
Yes. But why were you in the city? Did you have anything you needed to do here?
Harry, why was it the city? I don't think we ever came to a conclusion.
Why would you be in the city?
Doing admin.
It can be personal reasons. It could be part of your backstory.
Could
Heard
just
a
be
rumor?
passing through.
Could just be passing through.
I was gathering information before my next task.
Anything that we can keep an ear out for you?
Well, if we slay Eliath and I take his heart, it's one step closer.
Is there any other body parts you need from random people?
Why would I want random body parts from random people?
Well, okay. Turn a phrase. Is there any other body parts you need to collect?
His heart shall do. I have most of the other ingredients at this point.
If you don't want like an arm or a leg, we can probably go and find one for you. We tend to attract violence.
No, you tend to attract violence. I try to run from it.
We are recruits.
Just a heart, lads. Just a heart.
Can you see what I have to put up with?
Sounds like a hearty meal.
Oh, that was
All I see
terrible.
is Scar just. I'm surrounded by idiots.
And there's two of them.
You
Yes,
did
your
mention-
assistance would be greatly
all,
appreciated.
all the Celestials face palm at the same time.
You asked me if I was part of a coven. What about yourself?
It's, what did you just steal one
Swallow,
of-
swallow,
you just-
Jack.
Right.
You just stole one of Yuki's nuts.
Yes, I'm part of the Western Coven. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Polite conversation. I don't read. I just deal with the actual dead.
Yes, Western Coven. We're based over in Saeed Moran. Yes.
Ironic territory.
I said that.
Well, if you're hunting this vampire, do you know where he is exactly?
We have absolutely no leads.
No, we ran into him in his manor, but he escaped, and we had to deal with his lieutenants before chasing.
I will say we did have to make a Fey deal to get here. It was cross-continent in the space of, what, 3 seconds flat?
Technically, you made a Fey deal. I just
You're
stood on the
welcome.
call.
You're welcome.
I mean, you seemed more than happy to make the deal.
I wouldn't be my first time dealing with the Fey.
But yes, as we were dealing with his lieutenants, he kidnapped Zathara and the rest of the crew. So, as
Did
for
the-
where he is in this city precisely, we do not know. We just
The
know that
rest-
this is his goal.
The rest of the crew being Gib, who I'm sure you're acquainted with.
An odd little fellow.
He's an excellent chef, though.
And he's got the makings of a very good musician. Very good sense of rhythm.
While the conversation goes on, I'm just going to write to Zathara again. I've met with your new crew. They're here to look for you. Hold out.
You get a practically instant response. Just says fuck.
Agreed.
Fair.
It's, your book actually punctuates it as well. It's just fuck, all capitals, 2 exclamation marks at the end. Which
Is it
basically means she yelled it in her head.
It puffed out like Braille as well.
Perry, given my transformation last time and the fact that that's partially Waller, would I recognise a little bit about what this book is or not?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, I haven't rolled one of those on him yet. Oh, it's only +2. Damn it.
If it helps, the description of the book is it looks like an ordinary book to anyone else, and they cannot read the text.
I don't know anything about the book.
Was it a 1?
No, it's a 5.
Hey, you don't know anything about the book. It looks like an ordinary book.
Why do you carry that book around with you?
A gift from my god.
Fair. I've got one of those too. And then kind of Billy Elliot click the heels.
You actually do that.
Yes. Oh no.
These
Roll me
things
D20.
omens for
Oh
you.
no! What have I done?
Jack instantly teleports to Kansas.
So it's either going to be really good or really bad because I got a 10. Oh no, he's doing the
What?
smile.
You weren't supposed to do this yet.
Wait, is it an
clicked
actual thing?
As you click the boots together.
Jack clicks his heels, and all of a sudden, he's gone.
Wait, what?
Jack, you appear in a different room where you see a woman who is just basically kind of stripped down to get into bed.
Oh no!
She is completely naked. You just bamf into the room next to her. She's behind you. She sees, turns around. You turn around at the same time. She just
I match
screams.
it. I match it full girly scream as well.
Grabs the bed linen and just kind of tries to cover herself up, but ends up falling over. And she just screams. You scream. The door is now behind you because you're facing her. You all as well hear the scream in the next room over.
I wouldn't even try the door. I'd just like, ah! And click the heels again.
Nothing happens.
Fuck.
I believe
Door.
that's your friend.
Just
Well, it's not.
slam behind you.
I'm there like,
Well,
You
it's
are back
not
out in the
that-
hallway. You're back out in the hallway, and it's pretty much like it's the room over. So all you have to do is just turn to your right, and then it's the door on the other side.
With my permanent detect magic, is there any traces left of like what happened?
You'd recognize it as Misty Step.
Ah,
Don't
Good
they have
old-
to go to where they can see?
Not on the first time.
Ooh.
First time is
Oh,
completely random.
I got lucky.
You did get lucky. You could have been in a wall.
What a way to lose Jack. Just click. Billy Elliot impression.
One of the celestials
The Mario
opens
jump.
the door to see if he's outside.
And she just door opens, and you just see like one of the. Did you say one of the celestials?
So an armored head.
An armored head just kind of peeks around the door
I
and
would
just sort of
I'd still have my
gestures
hand
you over.
on the door. I'd like. I'm coming.
Armored head peeks out. It's like
I would.
the screaming sort of stops, and you all can hear like sort of rustling in the room, and like kind of quite heavy breathing.
I just shout through the door. I am sorry, missed spell got wrong, and then dash straight it back in.
So I assume you
Door
didn't
slams.
mean to cast Misty Step.
I didn't even know what that was. Okay. Full transparency. Got given them by a god. Didn't know what they did. Now know what they do.
Fickle creatures, aren't they?
Especially when it's Coralon.
So you do now have the knowledge of 2 effects on the boots.
Yes.
So one is when you're playing an instrument, you get advantage on performance throws for 1 minute. And the other one, which you will now know as you tried to do it again, once per day, you can click them together and cast Misty Step.
Per day. I just call them boots of Coralon at the moment.
Mhm.
Free
FYI, there are
cast
2
of-
more effects.
Oh fuck.
Ooh.
I hope one of them is I don't have to die to find it.
What you need to do is kick the next enemy you see, just in case.
How do you spell instrument?
INSTRU ment.
Thank you.
MENT.
Yeah, he kicks an enemy and it casts Disintegrate
On
on Jack,
On the user.
on the user. Coralon's just up in heaven, just laughing. He did it. He's dead.
Okay.
I feel like he needs to start trying tap dancing.
Right, while you're doing this, I really need a pee.
I mean, I've just finished making the item. We're good.
Cause you are my smoochie, I'm coming with you, dear Booba, count me in.
So, Sarkon, what do you need to feast on?
He should have muted the mic because that's getting clipped as well. Oh, he does not know what he's done.
What did I do?
Oh.
No, this is Perry.
Perry's singing. I'm going to clip
Oh.
it and then I'm going to audio boost it as well, so it's very clear that it's him singing. Am I mean? Yes. Will it be funny? Absolutely.
And the usual flesh and blood is the general diet.
Actually, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you eat anything or drink anything.
You have. I eat with you pretty much every day.
Okay. I meant blood. Oh, I thought you meant blood was your general diet. Ignore me. Actually, do you drink blood? Never asked you these questions. Huh. Would you like some? And I'd hand him the hip flask.
Yes. I didn't think of trying that. Take a swig.
I'd sniff it. Yep, that's blood, all right. And then I think Feywine. Jink.
Chimera is the best I've had so far.
Ooh, I have not tried that one.
I'd pass it to Sarth. I go, it's right. If you think it's Chimera blood, and then pass it to Sarkhan, it will still be Chimera blood unless he thinks it's something else. I just turn to you and be like,
that is delicious.
oh my god, I'm a blood dealer. Oh my god.
Can I have some?
Pass
Yeah.
it over to you.
It's going to be very irony.
To me, change it to ale. And hand it back to Jack, but as I hand it back, I just think of salt water.
That's fine. I just think it's Feywine and just zunk. The moment that thing touches my hand, it's Feywine.
And he's drunk again.
But this is
No, the
interesting.
day I
Like,
did here, I was drinking it.
does this mean? Wait, does this mean that if any type of blood you've drank, you guys can effectively think it is a drink again? It will come back. Oh my god! Can you imagine if you? Can you imagine if you like drank the blood of a god?
I have drunk the blood of one of the 8. It was horrible, but
I would just
I'll do it.
for Sarkhan to try.
very radiant. Probably.
I'll
Oh,
I want
maybe
I
take
wanna try
Sarth's
some.
word that it's not a good meal.
Perry, it turns out I'm a blood dealer.
Okay,
They're both drinking Chimera blood out of my hip flask.
gross. Okay, so what happened in the meantime? Was anything discussed?
Blood.
That was about it.
Not really.
Blood. Cool. Right. carry on.
Just
Non-consensual.
hold my hand out, Jack. Jack, I want to try something.
Non-consensual blood.
Non-contextual. So like
Right.
it's
It's-
nothing
it's
story-wise, just blood.
Feywine at the moment. If you want blood, you've got to get it from Sarth.
Ryan, did you mean to meet yourself? Yeah, you did.
Right. Carry on. I'm assuming he can still hear. Yes. Cool.
Jack as well.
Hello.
The wifey has brought him.
Tell her
food.
to wave. I feel insulted.
Jack's muted
Just
too.
Jack.
She hit.
Fair.
But I got brought cookies.
Aw.
I'm jealous. Oh, I
Oh.
should have ordered.
Not
Made
gonna
a
lie,
wife.
Josh. Jack has the better wife. Bring some cookies.
Has your
He's
wife
not
ever bought
wrong.
you cookies?
Yes.
When?
When she's bought them me. When she's delivered frappes to work from me from Costa.
Actually, yeah. In all fairness, the stuff that we do here that Helen does.
What?
You just call it Ellen.
He did.
Helen. No,
No,
I
you
said
didn't say
Helen.
the H.
I
What
said
do you
Helen.
mean?
Helen.
The stuff we do here that Helen does what?
The stuff we hear that Helen does.
Oh, here that Helen. Okay. I thought you meant do here as in do HERE, and I was like, what? That's a whole new different meaning.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
What you don't know can't hurt you.
isn't that my motto?
Yes. Anyway, carry on. With your awesome roleplayiness.
I just hold my hand out to Jack. I want to try something with the flask.
You want to try some of the what? Sorry?
I want to try something with the flask.
I would pass it over to him.
Just hold it. Imagine magma, and just
Nope.
put my hand above the flask.
It's something you
Nothing.
have to have drank.
Imagine magma. Put my hand over the flask.
You have not drunk magma. Liquid hot magma.
Boring.
I'd go. Just to remind you, it does need to be a drink that you have drank.
Do we have fire wine in this universe, Perry?
Oh no.
The flammable kind.
Oh
You
no.
tried ordering it?
Hmm?
You ever tried ordering it?
I mean, I would have at some point.
You've only been back on this realm for
If-
about
if-
5 days.
If I knew it existed, I would have.
He's just a baby.
Well,
I'm
there is
gonna
a
take a
bar
hit for it.
downstairs.
I'm
You
gonna
don't
take the
know.
hit flax back at this point and be like,
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm asking if I know it exists.
You don't know. You were 5,
They would.
and
have
you've been back for 5 days.
They'd have had alcohol in hell.
Not necessarily the same wine, alcohol that's here.
Ah well.
Also, would they have had
Well,
alcohol in hand? They're
flammable
demons. They
liquids.
don't need sustenance.
Fucking gruel.
Soul
It's not
wine.
have alcohol.
Gruel and Borog. Brog, whatever it
Grog.
is. Grog. Poison the
Grog.
grog.
It's rum mixed with salt water, and it's fucking horrible.
It doesn't sound nice.
It's not, but it gets you pissed.
I
Orcs love
imagine
it.
it does.
And incredibly dehydrated.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, but it also makes the rum ration stretch like 5 times as far.
Where's the rum gone? It's not, we had a salt water. Yay! Why does the rum taste horrible?
Carry on.
I'm pretty sure that's what's in grog.
Anyway, the bartender wanted to discuss something with us when he heard Yuki's last name. So, unless you have any other leads, we're probably going to start there.
I mean, we
As
might
I
as
was
well.
hunting this vampire. I have no leads to add.
I mean,
Shall we head back down then?
at least having someone else who. I presume you can cast magic, given that, you know, a gesture to the Celestials.
I just hold up a hand as it gets wreathed in black shadows.
Magic is a yes. 4 magic casters is better than 3.
So, no one to stand at front and take all the hits?
Got it covered, don't worry. Trust me.
Just point at Jack.
There's a whole long story, literally a long story. Yeah, we'll tell you about it.
I look at my Celestials. I'm sorry if you get disintegrated again. I'll do my best.
Perry, could you refresh the session? It's paused.
Yeah, I've paused it.
Oh,
It hasn't gone. He's paused it.
oh,
Fight!
oh no.
Yeah.
Also, we never questioned who that person in the corner was.
His name
Yeah, we
appeared.
did.
No one read it.
His name was ...
Councilman Hildrath Do Audath.
Okay, that might have happened when I was getting my waggers.
Maybe. That's also the key. Was oh yeah, we had someone else in.
Oh
and
yeah,
looked to the guy in the corner, and it was a councilman called Hildrath Do Audath.
that definitely happened while I was getting my waggers.
I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what I wrote down.
Urdath. Ordath.
Urdath. Orklata.
Urdath. You Urdath.
Zarth just starts speaking in the tongue of the old gods. Oh God.
Sorry, I don't. Wait, what language?
Deep speech.
Oh yeah, no, don't know that one.
I got common and elvish, soz.
I got primordial, so
Common, Elvish, Abyssal, and Infernal.
Yours makes sense.
So we got the old gods, the undergods, the elements, normal people.
Hi! I can speak to royalty for you.
I've met the prince.
Technically, so have we. It was very brief, and he went through a dimensional door, but we still met him.
I cast a spell on the prince.
I
Well-
do that one.
Wait,
You
hang on a minute.
didn't. You tried. It got countered.
Hang on a minute, guys. Sarf, how old
My
are you?
magic still caressed him.
Oh, I'm quite old at this point.
How old?
How old is quite old?
Give me a sec. Can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I played South.
You're in the
Fair.
600s, weren't you?
I was old, but not. I don't think I was quite that old.
Oh.
376.
Okay, so you
Give or
are
take.
significantly older than me and... Actually, Sarkin, I've never actually asked, how old are you?
38.
Ah! Why am I the youngest? Yeah, I look the oldest. What?
How long have you been 38?
I just be like, why do I always look the oldest? Oh,
Probably all the booze.
I've been 76 for 300 years. It's okay.
to clarify, Jack is only 36, but he looks like shit. So if
Yes.
you're advanced in age, and of a undead affiliation, have you heard of or know any information about the Mist Legion?
My dealing with the dead was more the physical burying.
Ah.
I was a priest of Merkel before the... Well, I was a priest of Merkel, and then things began to fade even more so. So
Worth a shot.
eventually, I became more or less his puppet.
I had a lord like that once. He was paying me to do some funky stuff.
While I appreciate your language, at the same time... South walks out the door. Please
Head
vacate
back
my room.
to the bar.
Does your compatriots follow Sarf?
Only one follows.
Which one?
The new Celestial.
Is it the Celestial or is it the
The
Celestial?
one with horns.
It's the Celestial.
Is it the one that's about 6'8", broad, looks like they had a bag with a map in it?
No, they're all fairly humanoid shape, roughly 5'10" to 6'2" between the four of them. But the new ones, average height, average build, in shinier armor.
So you all sort of come out your room, come downstairs. Josh, as you all sort of like leave the room next door.
I would have used disguise self on myself before I left.
To look like
Not me. Look like a very basic looking run of the mill elf, like type of a face in the crowd.
fair. So, I just broke my hairband.
No. Oh.
That didn't go anywhere.
Oh,
Mine didn't break for some reason.
Still didn't go anywhere. As you walk past the door, you can hear the woman inside going, "I don't know. He just appeared out of nowhere, scared the crap out of me, and then he's left." And then you hear a man's voice. Whoa, 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 whoa. What did he look like? Why was he in your room? Have you been doing it again? I swear to God.
I
And
would just
it just
skip-
kind of ends as you walk past.
I'd just give the part. I just dead ahead, not looking at avoiding eye contact studiously.
You all get to the end of the corridor, you take a left, you walk down that bit, and you do hear it just kind of behind you. It's like, "That's it, I'm done." Door slams at the behind you guys. There's an angry person sort of like storming down the corridor after you guys. You all come down to the stairs and head towards the bar. He storms down, storms out.
As he goes to storm out, I go, "You look like you're having a bad day. Can I buy you a drink?"
He ignores you and just leaves.
Worth a shot.
I think you just ruined someone's life.
It wouldn't be the first marriage I've ruined. Anyway,
You come back down, and Tarlaf is just pouring another ale.
I dropped
All right,
the
lads.
disguise self at that point.
Hold on, give me a sec. Siegfried, and he kind of walks around the pillars, pops the ale up on his piano. And you say, "Oh, thank you very much. That is exactly what I needed. It's getting a little bit dry in the throat. I don't want to start, the midnight shift without having to have a good lubricated phrase." He's like, "Yeah, all right. I don't need the fucking life story." And he comes back. Right. So, I kind of gathered that you were. Oh, hello, sir. And he gives Sarth like a little kind of head cock bow. Nice to see you out of your room for the odd occasion. Can I get you a drink?
Just a wine, please.
No problem. Preference on red, white, or the pink one?
Pink.
It's pink. It's pinky looking. I think they
have
call
a
it rose or something.
I'll have a glass of that. I'll buy his
Surprise
as
me.
well. I'm like, put his on my room tab.
Your guys' drinks are still here, and you look and they're still on the bar, completely untouched.
I drank some of mine.
I
Ah,
drank
yeah,
mine today,
untouched,
Oh.
from moving from where
Oh.
you left them.
I just dinked down it in a wanna.
You want another one, or do you want some of the pink?
I'll have some of the pink.
Some of the pink, you guys.
Old ale, more nuts. Thank you.
Gotcha,
Another ale, please.
gotcha, and surprise you. All right, all right. He reaches down, he opens up a door, and as he does, this kind of like mist comes out. Pulls out a bottle, and you can see it's visibly cold.
Oh, he's
That
got
one
a
will do. I think
fridge.
that's all right. He gets two like wine goblets off of the top, and they are very kind of like really nice glass. The stems of them sort of like spiral into the bottom of the glass itself. He's like, "That'll do." Oh, no, not that one. That's got a smudge. I'll clean that in a minute. Puts that on the side.
I just used prestidigitation to get rid of the smudge for him.
Grabs another one. Pops the bottle off. That one. He looks at the glass.
I got you covered, don't worry.
Fancy magic shit. Nice. Puts it up.
I love how I just open this guy's like, yeah, fuck it.
He gets the cork, and normally it's a cork bottle. It's quite hard to get them back in. He just kind of does it, puts his thumb on it, and just goes. It just pushes it straight back in.
Bottle.
I would look at him do that and go, I've never seen that done before.
It's quite easy. You just got to have the strength to do it. And be careful you don't pop the bottom of the bottle out.
I'm
Puts it back in the cupboard. Closes the door. For you, sir. And for you. Right, so the reason why I wanted you to come back down is because obviously you three have kind of only just got here by the looks of it. You haven't been here for very long. And you, mister, have been here for like 3 days, but I don't know what you do or where you go, and I don't presume to know. So, a little bit of background on the city, because I think it's going to help you get around a little bit. Again, slides it, and it lands. Both the ales land perfectly in front of you. But he has both of them in one hand this time, and just does that. And they kind of separate and just straight in front of each of you.
This man is magical.
Obviously, you're in San Marath. I'll give you a brief history lesson, because obviously you're not from around here, so it might actually help you acclimate a little bit quicker, depending on how long you're going to stay. You've bought for 4 nights. You've still got 2 remaining, so that's fine. San Marath was initially started out as a teeny tiny town. There was a bit of a catastrophe a couple of 100 years back. This is going off of like old legends, and you can read all about it in City Hall. It's all there. It's all documented really, really well, thanks to the governors. But there was a family that, which is why, forgive me, I got a little bit confused by your name, because it rings a bell, or it's exactly the same actually. I just thought it was a really odd coincidence, which is quite nice. Even now I get surprised by things. But there was a family called the Manzos. They had the father. It was a son, and there was a little girl. And the little boy, kind of hard to document of what was true or not. Something happened, like a big explosion at the family house. Only a tiny little thing. But unfortunately, the father died and the young boy disappeared. His sister, she got really hurt in the accident. She survived, thank God. But she lost an arm, unfortunately. Anyway, she grew up. She eventually married a lovely little elf man. His name was Bithra Valdor. They got married. They had a couple of kids. And together they started making San Marath into more like a little hamlet. And it grew and grew and grew until eventually it became the wonderful city that we know today. It has now, unfortunately, turned into a bit more of an industrial kind of, certain parts of it, crap hole. Excuse my language.
Every city has its
Most
highs
parts of
and
the
lows.
city, exactly, yeah, I know. Most parts of the city are all right. This is the Manzo district, so this is where most people live. It's got all the kind of like residential areas, both, I don't want to say impoverished, but you've got the paupers and you've got the people that actually have a little bit of money.
Less economically well off.
We'll go with that, but it's kind of got a mix. It's a melting pot of everyone. Everybody seems to get along quite well. Over onto that, and he gets out like a little kind of teeny tiny like brochure map.
You have
And he just puts it in
pamphlets?
front of you. Puts that in front of you. And
That's
I
very
need to. That's not working. There we go. Right. So if you'd all zoom out on your maps for me a second.
Yep.
Let me just
Can't
So you
make-
got. Where are we? If I draw.
Okay.
And then do. Oh, we'll do that size. Yeah, that size. He kind of like highlights that, right? So this area here, that's your Manzo district. I did too many wiggles because that lagged.
Do a line across it, and it's an A, and do it in block capitals.
There you go. That's your Manzo district.
It's the Mad District now.
If you step out of here and look up and out to sea a little bit, you'll see the Link Point Skyport. It's one of the busiest places in all of Teraann. Just floating above the water, because we don't do water stuff no more. We can't. Things will die. So you've
What
got
was
that.
that name
That's
again? Sorry.
Link Point Skyport.
Thank you.
All this fuck off section. That's the industrial zone. That's where San Marath now gets what it's kind of known for. We build practically all the naval vessels, all the personal vessels, everything. We are the main manufacturing hub for the Silver Star Navy.
Oh shit! I would audibly go oh shit at that.
Problem.
You know that vampire we were hunting?
Keep your voice down. You don't talk about things like that
Okay.
in a pub
You know
openly.
that you know that thing we were hunting? Yeah.
The job you had to do.
The
And he
job
kind of
we
looks
had.
around like,
He doesn't get settled by the looks of it.
The job we had to do, yeah, was because and I'd beckon him in closer.
leans in.
He's gonna kill the entire fucking city.
Okay, well, you better find this guy quickly.
That's the plan. But
Good.
if he kills the city, he kills the Silver Star.
Well, it wouldn't be good, would it?
You know what? I think it might be slightly bad. And then I'd lean back.
I'm just
And
there
it looks,
shaking my head. Just
you see like a small bead of sweat just kind of go down his forehead. Outside the city on this bit round here, this is the old town. So this is where the old town like kind of originally started, and then it kind of developed further, pretty much encompassing the coast. That's where the Manzos actually currently live, in their old family home. So, I mean, if you're looking for places to go, the governess might be the best person to talk to. She might be able to help. And yeah, you have the same name as her. You could pretend you're an estranged relative or something. I don't know. It's entirely up to you.
Or imagine, like, yeah, some distant relative that's come back. And I just...
Wouldn't even look at you.
South
Over in
that-
this point, you've got the only bit of water probably in Teraann that's actually safe to go in. It's called the Shoal Pool. It's where we do get like some of our fish and stuff. So basically, underneath the bridge that we've got here that we've built, there's just tons and tons of netting. It's all like magically enchanted and stuff, so it allows fish to come in. They used to throw bait in there, which now means that the fish actually instinctively come in here now when it comes to like breeding season and stuff like that. Just a little fact for you about fish. I don't know. Some people like fish. I sell fish. It's all here. And then you got the final place, which is all kind of this area here. It's kind of the shops and temple area. That's Yukima Plaza. Which is why your name was a little bit kind of odd. It just kind of fits with too much. It's weird. Either your parents had a really weird sense of humour, or you just got unlucky, I suppose.
Probably the second one.
Probably.
Yuki, it's definitely the second one.
So yeah, if you wanted to head out to, I don't know, the governess might want to see you if he kind of like looks around. Is it official business that you've come in on? Have you got like papers or?
I'd just kind of actually, did we get the sigils for Zadar as well? I can't remember.
You did.
I'd just kind of bring it out and just kind of
That's a fancy necklace.
Lord General's orders.
Oh right, okay. Well, I'm assuming they'll know what that means because it just looks like a necklace to me.
Have you never heard of Zadaro Bear?
Of course, I've heard of Zadaro Bear.
Yeah, we're under his orders.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
You know the group that made a spectacle of the 8?
Oh no.
oh yeah, I heard of that. That was a debacle and a half.
I was the necromancer in the group.
I at that point I would do a minor illusion to make just like a little crown just appear over his head.
You ain't joking, are you?
I'm not.
How about another 2 nights free of charge?
Brilliant.
I'll say all the information, and I'll pay if I need to stay.
All right, that's fair. Whatever you want. I mean, I'm at your service. Whatever I can provide, I will. In terms of information, I can put some feelers out amongst all the other innkeepers around the city and people that I know. See if I can get you any information of. It probably won't be much to go on, but I could see if I can get you something.
One quick question, actually. I know, obviously, a city of this size, I imagine population wanes, grows, changes quite frequently. Has there been recent spate of disappearances?
Not that I'm aware of. I've not heard of anything. The guards would have come in and obviously mentioned stuff, but
Okay.
I mean, Samarath is, other than the capital, is probably one of the most heavily guarded cities. Well, anywhere in the Silver Star Empire, if not in the world currently.
Did you hear what happened to Ansharis?
Oh, of course we have. Everybody has.
This was this.
We were one of the
vampire.
first to send over some aid.
It was this It was this job. It was caused by that.
You didn't tell me that.
I did.
We did.
You said he was the vampire that stole the prince.
I said he'd. Had you heard what happened to the capital? He attacked it
Oh,
and
I
stole the
didn't
prince.
remember that bit.
Yeah.
Retract that statement.
S-
That's
so,
the
uh,
James
said
era.
We're trying.
Sarth has a better memory. He
Which-
has a higher intelligence score.
We're trying to stop a repeat offence as such.
Right. Well, you.
Governess's palace or governess's residence then.
Well, you've got. It's the governess you could talk to. Siegfried actually knows. He's quite good at getting information as well. So if you had him and me working on some stuff, that would
I could
probably
Have a word with.
double your odds of getting something. It's probably not. I mean, don't get your hopes up. It's not going to be an awful lot. You know.
Anything is better than nothing. A step is better than no steps.
Very true. One step forward isn't at least one step back or standing still.
Exactly.
or something like that. I've heard that said somewhere. I think.
Progress is progress.
I suppose depends if it's progress to the goal that you actually want to achieve or not.
Well, quite. On that note, though, I think I'm going to
Other
go have
than
a
that-
word with Siegfried.
Yeah, I've got the councilman at the end, but he doesn't. I mean, you got your fancy necklace, so he might talk to you. Other than that, he's just typical dark elf. Sorry, no offense if any of you are. I don't know what you are under that, but and it's by no means a racial statement
He
or a
just gives a little
stereotype.
indicate to the ear colour.
I'm terribly sorry. I love dark elves. They are my favourite.
Oh, that's great. I'll just turn to you three and go, leave the musician to me. I'll let you deal with the officials. That's definitely more your speed.
Very well.
He goes back into the fridge, pulls out the bottle, refills, starts wine, pops it back on again, and then he goes, "I'll have one of these waiting up in your room for when you get back." Closes the door.
So I'll take a slow amble over if those guys want to go do that stuff as well. It's not splitting the party.
It's the same room.
All
though.
initiative. No kidding.
Turns out this was a Fey encounter the entire time.
Yep. None of this is real. You've not even been
So-
sent to Samarath. You're in the Feywilds.
I could believe it.
Yeah, we're in the
You're in the
hag's
pocket
realm.
dimension.
So as Sarkhan and Sarf get up and leave, I just finger for Tarlath to come in a little bit closer.
he finishes like putting the bottle away, and he's like, kind of scoodles over, leans on the bar slightly.
Who's the oldest living member of this Banzo governance thing?
That'd be the governess at the moment.
And how old is she?
About late 50s. Her mother died only recently.
Oh, so not an elf then.
No, she is. She's half elf.
Ah,
The whole Manzo family are.
thank
Kind
you.
of kept that bloodline.
Just get up and walk away.
No problem. So we'll do Jack and Siegfried first. He's just playing the piano melodically. You just kind of listen for a minute. Doesn't really pay attention to you being there, and he's just playing away. Does it one-handed. Takes a sip of his ale.
As he does that one-handed, I'll pick up the chords that his hand aren't playing, one-handed as well.
As he does that, you notice that you don't need to.
Oh.
You go to, but the keys still play. And he takes back over again.
That's
Ends. The song comes to like a little end. Everybody in the bar just kind of, hey, like slamming of cups and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, thank you, yes. He said, oh, hello.
Hello, I've been told you are, oh, Tarlath sent me your direction.
Oh, he does love to send people in my directions. Bless his little cotton socks. He does love to send people over to me. And you look and you can see a halfling male, kind of widow's peak hair like mine, but short hair. He has like eyebrows and they kind of come to like a very refined point at the end. He has a mustache goatee that's like twirled and is all like kind of like stuck and gelled into position with some sort of like waxy material.
Don't want to ask.
A little goatee that kind of comes down and like points. And he's in like quite like fancy, or like it's fancy clothes that's made to look fancy, but not necessarily
Yeah.
are. He's made himself look better than what he actually is. By no means is he like a ruffian or scruff, but he's just dolled up a little bit better. So how can I help you?
I've, well, for one, I've been appreciating with a fine musical ear your skills while you've been here, and I can just say I am impressed.
Oh yeah,
as
thank
a
you.
follower of Corellon myself, yeah.
Oh, you follow the god of music and happy times. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good, good. I don't myself, but I've heard that his temples can be a bit.
Oh, they're an experience. Let's just leave
Yeah.
it at that. Not much music gets made.
What
Well-
is the word in common? What is the word? Rowdy.
Raucous.
Oh, I've not heard of that one before.
Rowdy but louder.
Oh, okay. Oh, goodness, no, that's not
Yes.
something that I would.
They are. I would say it's worth going once, just to say you have.
Well, I may consider it, but I do prefer the comfort of the inn and playing for people that actually appreciate the music.
Yes, I would agree. I mean, an audience like this that are appreciative as they are is very rare. How have you managed it? How have
Oh, you wait till it
cultivated
gets to later. When they finish the shift and they're all done with their work, they come in, they drink, they party, they throw stuff at me. That's a kind of a small bypass of the job, but it's usually money, so I don't care.
As long as it's not coin sitting too hard.
Oh, no, no.
Good. I mean, as someone who is liable to open doors with their talents as such, Tarlaf sent me your way just to potentially ask a favour.
Oh, yeah, I can do favors. Favors are definitely within my uh, ability to grasp. However, they don't come free.
Oh, I would never dream of it. I can pardon the presumptuous nature of this, and if I overstep, I can only apologise. I would teach you a song. I will teach you a song that made a hag cry tears of joy.
I would normally take my payments in gold.
I can do that too.
What is the favor?
Information gathering.
On.
And I'd lean right in.
He kind of like scooches over in the. It is one of those sort of like longer piano chairs. He just sort of scooches over and just pats it.
I would coattails flick 'em, sit down, very prim and proper. I don't even know if I have coattails, but I don't, and I'm still gonna do the motion.
You do it. You rip your pants off. Magic Mike style.
Full.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Full Monty,
Aye.
thank you.
Now you wouldn't be that good.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd sit down and just play a little thing and just go on Eliath and any odd characters seen around the city.
He notices as you like play while you're talking. He kind of notices. Oh, it's the counter espionage technique. I like this. You are very good at what you do.
I've been told that. I would disagree. I am merely a man who enjoys his music.
Did I hear you say on Elias?
You did.
It's a very hard person to track down.
But that implies it is possible.
Oh, it is definitely possible. Everybody is possible to track down if you know the right people.
And
I
have the right
unfortunately
keys
don't know the right people.
but I'm sure you know people who do.
I can certainly find something out for you. I can have a little look and a little listen. My German accent isn't that bad. Shut up. Doesn't like it. He also doesn't like Thingy's voice.
Who?
Olive. He hates
Peckers.
Pekka's voice. Yeah, he
Yeah,
hates Pekka's voice.
I kind of get that one, but I also hate and love it.
Yeah.
You're meant to hate and love it.
Yeah, you are. That's why he's designed like that.
If it was attached to anyone but Pekka, you'd hate the character.
Yeah, you would. So I can have a little look and I can put out my feelers. Depending on the information that I get and how useful it is, will depend on the fee.
Of course.
So there isn't a set one. The song is a definite, since I will obviously take that off the overall gold total. But don't worry, I don't rip anybody off. I just have to pay for the people that obviously I have to get the information from. There's a whole chain of shit. It just kind of falls into place.
Of course, these things take time, money, effort, compensation. I fully understand.
Well, it shouldn't take too much time. The time is not the issue. I can have the city filled out in about 2 hours or so. But
I would look
Most
at
of
him
my
very, very
information.
impressed. Like, that is not long at all.
Like I said, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
You are a very intriguing gentleman, Siegfried.
Just comes from the late night, well, from the day shift people when they have to do. They finish in about. It kind of looks out the window slightly, probably in about 2 hours ish. So when they start coming in, this place gets very busy. And conversations just happen. People get drunk and then they slip up. And who's there to pick up the mess? Oh no, poor little Siegfried.
Playing a tune to lift their spirits, make their days better, while they tell you their woes.
Exactly. It's just easy to do.
A master, I see.
Oh, I wouldn't say master, just somebody that knows his craft. And what he's good at.
Apparently so. It is impressive to see.
I will see what I can do for you. Sorry, what was your name?
Jack of Tales.
Jack. Ah, Jack of Tales. Oh, that's very fitting.
It is. It's I'm a storyteller / bard / bit of everything, really. If
Oh, there's a
music
lot of
is-
slashes in that.
There's a lot of slashes in me, unfortunately. Been around
You
the
might
block.
want to refine that slightly.
True.
You're a bard. You have to be short and punchy and to the point, so people remember you. I am just
Or-
Siegfried. People know who I am.
True. I mean, people know who I am. Maybe not
Do they?
here. Let me let you into a secret, and I'd lean in and go, I'm not from here. This plane. I'm from somewhere else. And they tell stories about me. They tell stories of great deeds. You know how these things go. You save a lady from a burning house. They tell it, and then suddenly there's giants, monsters that you've slain, things like that. Oh, they grow. Your tales grow.
The word of mouth is awful.
Oh, it is, but very powerful if you know how to use it.
No, very true, very true. I think they call that Teraann whispers or something around here.
We called it Faerunian whispers, but Teraann whispers makes sense. Yeah. So where I come from, I'm, if not by my name, my deeds.
That is very interesting. I play music. I get information from people. That's all I do.
But you do it well, and that is what
Oh, I
counts.
do it very well. Well, you best not hang around for too long. So I will see what I can do. Are you staying here this evening?
We are. Minimum of 4 days we'll be here.
What room are you in?
11A.
I shall come up tonight once I see you enter.
Of course.
I will come up afterwards as to not make it look suspicious or like you have a booty call, because Siegfried doesn't want that on his record.
I would rather avoid those kind of rumours as well. I know some of our compatriots fall to that, but I try to avoid anything of that nature.
Right, well,
Less
we shall
drama.
make this look as inconspicuous as possible.
It's been a pleasure.
And to you, you can stop playing my piano now.
Oh, of course. And if I'm about later and you wanted a lyre, and I'd bring a lyre around to accompany this beautiful piano.
Oh, lyre, as in I thought you meant liar,
Yeah.
not as in the instrument. Oh, that's good. That's a very good one.
It's the main reason I picked up the instrument to start with, I won't lie, and then I just fell in love with it.
That makes perfect sense.
Storytelling.
Anyway, good day.
Good day. Go back
While
to
that
my wine.
conversation's going on.
Go back to my wine at the bar.
Fair. So now while that comes, fucking hell, why have I made so many characters? Fuck me. Yes. You guys walk over as Jack walks over to them. Someone else now.
Are they German? No, they're French.
No, they're not German. You walk over and you can see a dark elf, almost like blonde hair. It's very sort of like. You're a racist.
Dogs are.
Don't be, he actually is.
I don't
So
know
obviously-
if I
obviously
can clip
dogs-
that or not without us getting in trouble.
Dogs see in color. So people that do have a darker complexion, they look darker to people, to dogs. He just he doesn't like it. If when I put my trousers on in the morning, because they're black, he runs from them.
I mean,
He doesn't like dark colors.
most
He's
people
extra
run from most people
Extra
run from you if
racist.
you take your trousers off.
That's very. They don't run.
They're already chained up.
Fuck's sake.
Can't run.
Bound by the ankles.
Someone was going to make the joke, I just wasn't sure which one of you fuckers it was going to be.
They were. They were. Yeah, so almost like platinum blonde hair. Quite young looking, but spectacles on. He's writing in a notebook. He has a dress robe over what you can see to be sort of like light silvery armor underneath. Almost kind of like a bulletproof vest, but made out of armor. It's metal plating, but it is light looking. It's quite thin. It is decorated and stuff. And he's just sat there writing in his little handbook. Doesn't even pay attention to any of you walking over. And he's checking this rather large book of all these sort of like notes, and there's like bits of things that are stuck in it of like flaps. There's akin to purity seals from Warhammer, like kind of stuck into the book as well, like wax seals with like bits of paper that are kind of falling out of it. And he's
Seals?
just, yeah. And he's just writing in his little handbook.
Apologies for disturbing you. We were pointed
Have you
to...
brought over my wine?
No, I don't work in this establishment. However, I do work for General Zadar. And,
Right. Yes, of course. Of course, one of General Zadar's lackeys are going to be out of here. Well, I'm sorry. There's nothing that I can help you with.
Wait, do I? I don't have a token, do I?
You do.
Oh, do I? Okay.
You all got one.
Oh, okay, cool. I just put the token in the book he's writing on.
Oh, that's a power move. That's a fucking power move.
Stops, looks up at you. I'm assuming you three are together.
Yes. Well, is Yuki with us? Because
Looks for the
his
third person.
token's like out the door. So.
No, Yuki was just sat outside.
You two
Three
together?
people.
Yes, we're together.
I just tap the symbol on my cape.
Kind
Cool.
of.
Apologies for disturbing you, but the mission we've been sent on could affect the safety of many people in this city. So I was wondering if you'd be able to help with some information.
Okay, well, you've jumped ahead about 13 steps. So for a start, take a seat.
Sit down.
Do you sit down as well? Sorry.
He crouches.
Tits.
Okay. So you've been sent here by Zadar, which is interesting because Zadar does like to hire random people. Why are we having a conversation?
Because I've been informed by the lovely barkeep that you're a member of the council. So,
Kind of leans around, looks sort of like through the stairs towards the barkeep, and you all kind of like look over to him as well. Tarlav just kind of, you know that feeling you get when you're being looked at? Just kind of goes to the other end of the bar quite quickly. Just starts like fiddling around with something there, and he just sort of looks back at Jack and he's like, I'm not here, I'm not here. He hasn't seen me, I'm not here, I'm not doing anything. Oh, potatoes, these are cool. I will have to have a word with him later. Yes, I'm Councilman Hilderath, Defense Minister of the Silver Star Kingdom.
Exactly who we want to talk to then.
yes. So, you know, the reason we've been sent, well, not specifically here, but the person we're chasing was responsible for the attack on the capital. And
Yes.
we have reason to believe he may be either here already or imminently en route.
Yes, Eliath, I'm well aware. And yes, he is here.
So we were hoping for information on his whereabouts. If that could be provided.
Why?
Because we're here to kill him.
The Silver and Guard are already on it. We don't
They
need the
already
help of...
failed once.
They didn't fail. Can't fail at
Oh.
something you don't know is happening. And trust me, I wouldn't take that attitude around the Silverin Guard if I were you.
I've already done something they couldn't.
You're Sarth, aren't you?
I am.
Good. The Silverin Guard aren't responsible for fighting things outside the city. They're responsible for guarding the royal family. Which, granted, one of them has unfortunately been taken. The Crown
Well, they
Prince.
stand by. They failed. Not very good at protecting when those who they're protecting have been abducted from their hands.
It's a very good point. But if the Silverin Guard did manage to catch him, trust me, Eliath wouldn't have got out of there alive.
But he did.
He did indeed. And that's why they're making up for their mistake.
Still, extra hands can always help, and especially as we have been sent by the Lord General himself.
Yes.
It saves us accidentally crossing paths, because no matter if you tell us the information or not, we will be searching for him. So it seems better to cooperate rather than inadvertently get in their way.
You wouldn't be getting in anybody's way. Trust me, they will find him beforehand. And the situation will be dealt with. That's what the Silverin Guard do. We don't need, well, Zadar's little pet projects getting in the way and ruining anything.
I take it you're not a fan of the General.
No, the Lord General's fine. His methods, however, tend to put people at risk.
His
i.e. people
methods
such as
killed one of
yourself.
the 8.
I don't think that was his methods that did that, more the group that he sent.
Which
Sarth, I
is
have
what
heard
he's
about
done in this situation, has he not?
Kind of ignores your comment. Sarth, I have heard about your escapades with the... Oh, what was it the group called themselves? Flicks back through his book.
Please don't bring up the Misfits.
Oh, yes, that was it, the Misfits. Yes. How are they all doing now, by the way? I hear one of them literally jumped ship.
Well, one of them did jump ship to join some giants. And the other is in the city purging the lower rings.
Oh, so they are being useful. That's good. Either way, as honourable as it is, people such as yourselves, people such as yourselves shouldn't be trying to take on someone such as Eliath. Myself and the Silverin Guard have this handled, so if I were you, I would head on back to Zadar, tell him that you've spoken to me, and I'll deal with his little temper tantrum that he'll have afterwards.
I'd
But
rather
I would-
search for my friend ourselves than leave it to the guard who probably don't care about her.
Your friend? What?
Zathara, captain of the ship, daughter of one of the admirals.
What about her?
Eliath has her.
What?
Yes, she doesn't know where she is. And the last message I got from her was simply the word fuck.
He opens his book. Writes. That is interesting to know.
Oh look, cooperation. How amazing it is.
Thank you for the information. I will be sure to pass it on to the Silverin Guard. If we can find her and get her out as well, it'll be done.
Why not?
Otherwise, my information still stands. I would stay out the way if I were you.
Why not let us do the rescue and they do the execution? Saves the trouble. From one kingsman to another. Kinsman, sorry, not kings.
They could go hand in hand. Wouldn't make it easier. And cut down the loss of lives, therefore cut down expenses. Therefore cut down the amount of condolence letters I have to write.
Oh, paperwork is such fun.
It is when you like your job.
But it is nice to be able to sleep at night. Oh well. You know. Rest.
He quite abruptly closes the book, just... Okay. Lackeys of Zadar. Cooperation could work in this instance, I suppose. Here's all I know so far. Eliath has connections within the city. Who and where still remains out of our grasp, but we are getting close. It has to be somebody high up. Maybe not near the top, but somewhere. We're thinking governor's circle, servants, somewhere around the heads of the factories, somewhere like that. Eliath is in the city, and there's practically no way that he can escape at the moment, considering the amount of guards that we have here. Even he would be foolish to get out of that. And before you say anything, yes, the guards here do double that, what is in Ansharis, along with the weaponry and the naval forces stationed here. If we can find the person that he's working with and break them, we might be able to find him.
Oh god, another interrogation scene from Soth coming up.
Just remember that shit.
Hey, it worked.
Everyone else failed, and then the soft threat of violence and death.
It was
Walk
tickling
softly
of
and
feet
carry
as
a
well.
Yeah, that was not a good idea.
It was Gunfar's idea and it was amazing.
It
It
was
just didn't
an
work.
excellent idea. There is nothing better than tickle torture.
Cat wants out 2 seconds.
You don't own a cat.
Is he stealing more people's cats?
Yep.
That's
Fucker.
why it wants out.
It's like, ah!
I want to go home.
It finally beat the Stockholm Syndrome.
We have lost the DM. We have gained the
We
DM.
could find the person that he's working with, then maybe we could get a little bit further along. And Silver and Guard can do what they need to do. Number one goal is to get the prince back. Zathara being taken is obviously a unfortunate side effect of what's gone wrong. However, we don't believe that he's planning on doing anything large scale like he did in Ansharis. The Ansharis was a message. A rather brutal one, but a message, nonetheless.
In the spirit of cooperation, we know he's made a deal with a hag, and a very powerful one, to do
Oh,
something in this city. So,
interesting.
the faster we can find him, the better.
Of course, definitely. Eliath is full of surprises. Hasn't changed much. Either way, that's all I know at the moment. So, if you do find out anything more, then feel free to come back and let me know. That is if I haven't got him before you.
Is there anyone else we can talk to in charge of the investigation that we can go to assist?
No, just me. Personally leading this one, you see. Council's orders. They've decreed. Sorry, we've decreed. Not that it's actually much of a we anymore. That probably best and help public image if the defense minister himself was on the case, but you know, that's why I'm here. Either way, that's all I know. So go off and do whatever it is you need to do. The easiest way would be start at the top. Maybe talk to the governess. If she'll speak to you, that is.
Oh, okay. We'll give that a go.
You do that.
What
Opens up his
color
book
is
again.
Hildrath's eyes?
Hildrath's eyes are purple.
Okay, so I won't say for the Spider Queen for him. Uh, just the typical bow.
He doesn't even acknowledge you, just goes back into his book for both of you, doesn't
Fine.
even say goodbye, and just carries on writing.
I leave.
And don't forget your pin.
Mage hand it.
Mutter to Sarkin as we walk away. I'll have his head one day.
Oh, that would be amazing. I mean, no, we shouldn't kill the nice people. Yes.
Wait until you get to know me, sir. We'll just wait.
I don't like this. I've now got 2 psychopaths on my party. What?
You got
was
one
not,
good-hearted and one
Ryan,
not so good-hearted.
We've got 2 serial killers, you and me. This party's fucked.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
Really
bad.
is bad.
It's bad.
Good thing we got backup.
You will not turn into murder hobos.
I'm just a nice healer. I don't know what you're talking about.
So did you go back up to the bar?
Yeah, rejoin Jack and then go.
As you guys
Yes,
come back
you
up to the
can.
bar. As you guys come back up to the bar, Tarlaf comes over, quite like hurried. He's like, "What did you say? Did you say that I said anything? I swear to God, if you said that I said anything,
I didn't say anything
why did you look over?"
Because he said
because
something.
he wanted his drink.
Shit! He goes back out back.
Let's
He comes back
leave
out and
while
just
he's
like
getting the
sort
drink.
kind of runs past you both holding this wine glass. Comes down, he's like, "I'm so sorry, Councilman, I did not mean to." And he's like, "No, don't worry, it's fine." Doesn't even look up at him. As he walks back, he walks past Sarkin, and he just kind of like leans down a little bit, goes, "He's a total prick." He just
Oh,
walks up
I
to the bar.
agree.
So you guys head outside, and you see Yuki sat outside. There are tables and stuff outside. It's not exactly like it is here, but there are tables outside.
How dare you give us a map that isn't exact?
I'm sorry.
So, Yuki, do we think that the leaders are actually your family?
Judging by that story, yep. And I guess I know where I need to go next. Probably we need to go next, but more I need to go next.
Yeah.
You coming?
You can go and we
Well,
can
lead
support
on.
you.
You know the way.
Apparently. I mean, this entire part of the city's brand new, but we'll find our way.
How old are the buildings
Get on.
around here?
These buildings are they all look fairly kind of like well kept and up to date. Roll
Newer than the old town.
Guidance.
roll
Ow, fuck on
a.
my elbow.
This is gonna be roll a survival check.
I've got good survival.
I want to roll because I can.
I do not have good survival.
Plus a D4.
Plus the D4, I might have good survival. I do
don't
not
know.
have good survival. 11. I rolled a 2 on your D4.
Seth?
I rolled a 5 on my wisdom.
Plus,
Oh. So you got a 2. And Jack, you got a
So
11.
I got 11.
oh yes, buildings. I've had enough of those fucking things.
They might be between 1
years
to
to
300 years old.
Yeah, they're new, and I just go, I'd look at them, look at him, look at them, and go, good God, your perception of time is weird.
Anything that's less than 800 years old to me is new.
I do not like being the youngest by this significant of a margin.
So you head out of the inn, and again, this is gonna be weird. Yuki, roll me a history check.
Guidance.
Do.
We have guidance.
Bardic inspiration, because I'm humming along as we walk.
What does Bardic
Help
Inspiration
action.
give me?
Give you a 1d8, I believe.
Is it D8 at your level, or is it D6 still?
1d8.
It's D8. D8's at level 5 or 6.
Well, $29.
Oh
Ooh,
shit!
nice. So with that, you remember the area from when you were younger. You know kind of how things look, and you get the general sense that you need to sort of head inland a little bit more. So you start walking, and you're basically heading for this.
Mhm.
All right. So you walk down some streets. There's tons of people around. Like, it's busy. They're all sort of walking around, doing stuff, going into houses, chatting. But everybody seems quite jovial and happy. You come out the city gates, and as you get to the city, James,
Before we left, I would have got my Celestials.
that's absolutely fine. You can grab your Celestials. You're walking around, and there's a lot of guard presence walking around the city. Normal gold armor, capes, sword shields, spears, bows on their backs, that sort of thing. As you get to the walls, very high presence of guards. There are ballista all over the walls. They are rigged for like anti-air, anti-ground. There's catapults and onagers, or onagers. Don't know how that's exactly pronounced. All lining the walls. There's battlements. There's like racks of just weaponry all along them. Guards just constantly doing patrols, lookouts in towers. This place is fortified. You walk through the gates that are open. There's like a portcullis on the outside, and a kind of drawbridge that can come up as well. You take a left, and as you kind of look over to your left, you see a very familiar sight. Your old family home, and then kind of attached to it, off to its right, is a much larger kind of house, still built in the same aesthetic, but clearly newer and larger. And as you look around, you notice that this is the old village. Not much has changed. There's a tree planted just slightly down the road from your house that was quite young when you were taken. Is now a rather large oak. From it, you can see a little wooden swing that's been attached up by ropes. And the family house now has a battlement wall that kind of surrounds it, with a couple of guards and things on it. I am going to pause it very, very quickly.
Dun dun dun.
Because I need
As
to get...
we're
For your life.
as we're walking along, I'll say to Sarth, so can you contact Zathara at any time?
As long as I pulls out his book. This.
If obviously, if you could ask her to provide any information of where she is or any
Oh, I'm
details.
afraid she doesn't have a clue.
Okay.
Is there any kind of range-based limit on it?
No. If she's on a different plane, it's less likely the messages to get to her, but
Can you only speak to Zathara, one person at a time?
what else is in the book? And Quetzalcoatl.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
He was one of the misfits. A snake man. A very dead snake man. Quite ironic.
Why have you
But
got his
you
name in the
might
book
meet
if
him
he's
one
dead
day.
then?
A dead man walking.
Oh, he was a... Oh, God. Really? He had a zombie in the party? Wow. Misfits was a really good
I'm
name.
just gonna tap his shoulder.
You're not dead. Okay, but... Look, right. I'm just a human. All this undead stuff still weirds me out a little bit. Sarkhan, you're amazing. Sarth, you intrigue me. Undead's still a little bit weird for me, I'm not going to lie. A little bit Uncanny Valley.
I should introduce you more to my celestial friends then.
They're not Celestials, are they?
Oh, they very much are.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hypothetically speaking, obviously Celestials. But even if they turn out to be, I don't know, fiends, wouldn't bother me. So don't worry.
No,
As
don't
long as
worry,
you ain't
not
trying to kill me with
fiends.
them, I don't give a damn what they are.
That all depends on you, my friend.
Do you guys head towards the house that Yuki is very clearly walking
just-
towards?
I'm just following Yuki.
Yep, I would follow as well.
With 5 armored things going clunk, clunk,
Oh!
clunk, clunk behind.
You can use the WAL, the arrow keys, to move 5 foot at a time.
You
Yeah.
can.
Whee!
Stop it.
Sorry. My bad.
You get to the gates,
Apologies.
and one of the guards kind of like just walking along the top, just sort of stops. You guys lost?
Exactly where I need to be. I'm here to speak to Councillor Monzo. Governess Monzo.
Kind of nods. And on what business?
Zadar's.
Personal.
Okay.
Work personal.
And how high is the wall?
Only probably about 8, 9 foot.
So if I hold the necklace up, they'll be able to see.
Oh yeah.
So I'd
Easy.
hold up and go, under orders from the Lord General.
You've got an appointment?
No, because it's an emergency.
We just spoke to your councillor of defence.
That's all well. Kind of looks back. You will hear a voice kind of carry on the wind. Right, give me a sec to open the gate. And he walks over to the side, pulls the lever, and the
Wrong
double door
lever!
gates.
Sorry,
pulls the
I
lever.
couldn't
He
resist.
disappears.
I couldn't
The voice
Wrong
just goes,
lever,
wrong lever.
Oh, sometimes
Double
it's
door.
just there.
Double door gates just.
But I'd kind of lean into Yuki and go, I don't imagine it was like this when you were here last, was it?
Just start walking.
I'll take that as a no.
So I'm assuming that the building to the left is the old house.
Yes.
I just
So
kind of
as-
stop, look, like, shit, that was half the size and smouldering last time I seen it.
As you walk in, you obviously notice the old house. It is rebuilt, and it's not. It hasn't been rebuilt to look better. It's been rebuilt to be exactly the same. There's like flowers and things all through the garden. It looks like it's really, really well kept. And then there's this new kind of house that's been built here, still in the same aesthetic as the old one, just bigger. You're greeted by a half-elf, sort of young-ish man. Probably maybe half-elf, youngish. He looks, if you were comparing him like human age, probably maybe sort of like mid to late 30s. But he's probably a bit older than that, being a half-elf. And he's walking towards you. He's got like a really high collar, dark browny black hair that's kind of a little bit spiky and a little bit sort of messed up. Very clearly been working in the garden. He's got sort of like bits of dirt and mud kind of all over his face and down his neck. He's pulling off a pair of like leather gloves. He's like, oh, sorry about that. My guards around here tend to try and keep the family all, well, safe and secluded. I'm Dorfeo Manzo. Pleasure to meet you. And he holds out a hand.
Grab, shake, Yuki.
Yuki.
Mm.
Interesting name. My great. It's a lot of greats ago. My call him great. I had a great uncle by the name of Yuki. Yuki. Sorry, I've been out in the garden all day, and it's just dry air. It's got the voice. You look oddly familiar, and I
would
can't place it.
proffer him and go, have a swig of this. With a heat flask.
Oh no, thank you. I don't drink.
Push it away.
It could be anything you want. Okay, never mind. And I'd proffer it to Sarkhan, knowing what's coming.
I'm assuming you're here to see my sister.
I think you should come along for this meeting.
Oh, Okay. I mean, I usually do when it comes to job matters. Yeah, I asked you if you needed an appointment. You never do. And he's like, if you come with me this way, I'll take you in.
As we're walking in, so are you a guard? Gardener?
Oh, me? No, no, no. My sister is the governess. Her two kids will take over once she unfortunately goes. Other than that, I kind of more act as like steward to everything. I handle some finances. I do keep the gardens clean. It's kind of a little bit pet project of mine. They are well beautiful to work in, and obviously the family's had this estate now for hundreds of years. So it's kind of a little bit of a privilege to keep it all going. And he just opens up the double doors. And you walk into kind of like a really beautiful sort of like entry hall. Um, it doubles up as like an entry hall slash library. So there's the two sets of stairs that go up onto a balcony above you, but underneath that on your level is just bookshelves all the way around, and they are full of like different colored spined books, large books, teeny tiny books, everything. At the end is a set of chairs around a table. They're quite high back, leather, looking really nice. He's like, we just need to go up the stairs up here. He kind of gestures round, walks you all up. So yes, my sister just kind of she runs everything within the city. She organizes all of the shipping, manufacturing. She just kind of runs everything. She's got so much on her plate. So forgive me, or forgive her, sorry, if she's in a bit of a stressful mood, obviously. Unexpected guests. By the way, what is everybody's names? Sorry, I should have asked earlier.
Sarkin.
A pleasure.
Jack, and I'd give him a half bow.
Pleasure.
Stuff.
Nice to meet you. Is the mask necessary? I don't mean to pry, but is it necessary?
Do you deprive me of a religious relic?
Oh no, I would never. No, if that's what it is, that is absolutely fine. Just wanted to make sure. You can roll a persuasion or a deception check.
I'd be
Persuasion.
I say, I'll be humming as we walk. So if you want to take that as your bardic inspiration as well.
Just to see how high that roll can be now.
Yes, fine.
Oh, it's a D10, not a D8. One sec.
Roll a d10 if you want to. It won't work, but
It
you
was
can.
a 10.
Oh.
That's fine. 25.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm terribly sorry. I would never ask someone of faith to remove something that they shouldn't. So that's absolutely fine. I just wondered if it was ceremonial or do you just like to wear it? It does look very fetching. It is rather scary. Anyway, this way. And he walks through, walks you round, and as you're walking around, you can see that this place is rather nicely decorated on the inside. There's paintings all over the place. You can see sort of like the family going down in sort of like generations of like parents, kids. Then it's like those kids grown up with their own kids, and then it just keeps kind of continuing as you walk down the wall.
How far back does it go?
So this walking through this corridor, probably about 5 or 6 generations.
So we're not going to see Yuki as a little baby.
Damn it.
He walks you around to here, and he just, yes, sister, I have some people here to see you. Do they have an appointment? No, but and he sort of looks at Yuki, a little bit kind of puzzled. You almost definitely want to see these people. Very well, send them in. He opens up the door. He walks in, steps to the side so that you guys can come in.
I'm gonna
Yuki,
let
as
Yuki
he
go first.
walks in, just instantly, like he's walking around quite like pushed up shoulders, immediately, shoulders just drop, tears in his eyes. He says, 880 years, and her eyes still live on. I dread to think how many greats grandmother. You look exactly like her.
And she does. The resemblance is not uncanny. There are differences. But the eyes do. The hair's the same color. Facial structure's pretty much the same. There's just age to it. And she's almost taken aback a little bit. The rest of you, perception check. If you're coming in, that is.
17.
Ooh,
17.
that's weird. 17 as well. Did we all just get 17? At least it makes
That's
it easy for
fucking
Perry.
weird. It does. As you will walk in, you can see that where she's sat, there is a fireplace, like right there. Above that fireplace is a picture of a woman. The face is not clear at all. It's just a woman, her hand on two children. One of them is a young boy that looks like a pretty much young version of Yuki. The other one is of a younger girl who looks like this woman, but not. Yuki, you may notice it, you may not, depending on how your peripheral is at the moment. And she sort of looks at you. She's like she looks up at the painting.
And as
There
she
was-
looks up, I'd grab Dorothy by the shoulder, pull him in, just both of them, hug them. Say, my family lives on. I thought you were all dead.
They're both kind of just in this hug, like kind of they're face to face. Sarkin, you can see them both, and they're sort of like looking at each other, and they both sort of turn to look at the painting. And she sort of takes your shoulder, kind of eases your arm off. She's like, by the gods, is it really? She sort of touches your face. Puts a
Wasn't
hand under your
expecting
chin. Yuki?
The one and only.
You see, like, tears start to well up in her eyes. Dorothy is just like, oh my. This was not how I was expecting
Yuki's
today to
also
go.
fighting back tears at this point.
She then just kind of like puts a hand around the back of your head and just pulls you in for a hug.
They've still got both of them.
She pulls you in, you kind of pull him in as well, and he's just like, he's being basically like held by the back of the neck, and she's just like holding you. She's crying. She kind of comes out. And she's like, "This, I, for the first time in a long time, I'm stuck for words. I don't even. How? What? This is not. This is not possible. It's been 800 years. More.
880 to be exact. It's been a hell of a time.
I
But
can
I'm
Just
not
imagine.
snigger at the back.
I think we all probably would snigger at that. I would as well.
Sartre just looks at you like, what the fuck's going on?
I just I'll pulse off over and just whisper the general story to him.
She's like, come, all of you. I'm so sorry. This is how rude of me. I'm Governess Zinlani. Zinlani Manzo. This is welcome to my home. I understand you're here on. Well, I can understand you were here on business, but apologies.
Our business can wait. A reunited family is more important.
I don't know. The fate of the town does feel a bit important.
It is, but this is.
I'm sorry.
something
What?
else.
I have one question before we get to that. Point at the painting. Did Sari have a good life?
She did. I have this. She goes over to the desk. And one of the books that's propped up, She just kind of pulls it out. It's not a massive book, just kind of like your standard little book. Just dusts it off slightly. And she hands it to you.
Take
This
it.
was everything that she wrote down. That book pretty much holds her life. I don't think there's anybody more deserving of that than you.
Just nod. You need to get to work now, governess. I'm gonna go and sit over in the back somewhere and start reading.
As you kind of walk off, she refers to you a lot in it.
As you walk past me, Roy, I'm just going to hold out the hip flask just for you to take as you walk.
Nah, just keep walking.
Fair enough.
She kind of like composes herself. Right. Governess head. Okay. Come in. Take a seat. Dorfir, you can stay. He goes, oh, thank you. And he kind of like sits on a perch in the corner. So, rather interesting news of coming into my home and telling me that the fate of the city is in danger. So we'll start there because that feels like it's going to be a bit of information that I'm going to need, especially when it concerns my city.
Have you heard of... Well, before we do progress and...
That's where we'll end tonight.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh,
Fair.
Do we get leveled up?
No!
Worth a shot.
It was worth a shot, but no.
It's normally me that asks, so it's nice that it wasn't. For
It
once.
is.
On that note,
Does
though,
Yuki
can I
get a level up?
Huh?
Does Yuki get a level up?
He gets an emotional level up.
He gets an emotional level
yeah,
up.
I was thinking that.
He has the emotional capacity of a 12-year-old now.
I'd put him a little bit higher. 14.
13 and a half.
Fuck you, that's what I was gonna say.
Ryan, you need to get out of my fucking head.
So yeah, because that was a lot of voices for today. That fucking was like, damn.
You brought it
Yeah,
on yourself.
That was
I
a
know.
lot for you.
That's
But
just
you
a lot
did
of different
amazingly.
characters. Jesus. Yeah, we will pick up there in 2 weeks' time. We will probably have like an interim one at some point, hopefully next week, or we might do another day next week if we can. Maybe I'm up for that. But yeah, we'll be up on YouTube at some point. So give us likes, do the comments, do the subscriberness, and the other things. Riley will now be doing the intros from now on.
This is a
Because
You'll
of
forget
popular
that one
request.
next
Great
week.
success.
Yeah, probably forget that
No, I
one
won't.
next week.
I won't.
We're not going to let him.
That's fine. So yeah, thank you ever so much for watching. And we shall see you very, very soon. Good night.
Bye.